Hello. Oh, the thing isn't there again. Why is it there sometimes and it's not? I sorted this and now it's all higgledy-piggledy. Very annoying. I'm going to have to use my phone. Right. Still not. This isn't going to be a long one tonight. I know that's famous last words, but right. So what? Why are you saying no effing way? My top? What is it? Right, so I'm also wearing Shine Bright top that's black with gold. Of course you are. You know what I mean? They planned it. Right, so I'm going to pin in this because I always forget to do this. So as you can see, I've not got loads of energy, right? So I've taken away the, oh, I probably could do that. I've taken away the one where I do the card spread because that's where I'd be sitting for like ages for someone. But if people are wanting cards, there's the free card option or the one card option. And if people aren't wanting cards, that's fine because it's not about the cards tonight. It's about the jumping into our heads time, which, like I said, I'm actually helping people do that every day and in everything that I do. But we're going to do a group live activation tonight. So, yeah, but how are you doing? I'm very, very tired. Like I said, I wasn't kidding when I said it is quite a challenge for me to be showing up like this live in a cancer. But this is how real astrology is. I'm like, oh. And even if I hadn't have done like, two lives, I would still be like this. Like my body and my soul likes to be in my bed quite a lot in a cancer. Especially the last of it. So I'm like, I knew I would be though, but actually that's really quite good for doing this because I'm just sitting like a wee monk with my cross-legged. And I don't know how I managed to put makeup on, but like I said, it's because it does actually help me feel a bit more awake, like I'm going to work. But look, this is really how like, I found this. So I feel a lot of people might feel like this. It's okay not to be okay. Because that did come on. I thought that's crazy. Because I found this when I finally was sorting out my clothes. Because I've been meaning to do it for ages. Um, yeah, you can see what it says. So I was going to wear it, but to be honest, grey's not my colour, and t-shirts that go up, well, I know this does too. This is not my, yeah, that'll be enough for the, wait a minute, I didn't smile though, did I? I'm just screwing my face up. Wait a minute. Kind of goes with the saying though. Right, so it's okay not to be okay. It's like I'll just look really happy. What am I meant to do? Right. Because of the delay, I can't see. So, but yeah, there's something in that. So I do feel there's a lot of people that look stupid because I look so fucking happy when I hold the t-shirt up. But yeah, I feel there's a lot of people that maybe don't feel very good today. Like I said, with me, I'm just very, very tired because I always am on a cancer mood. It's when I take extra care of my energy. It's actually when I would pie messages and stuff like that usually. Do you know what I mean? So like me then I wouldn't respond till I was in Leo moon. So, but hey ho. So I'm going to just chat for a wee bit, but really my plan is when it gets to 1:30, I'm starting no matter who's here. Because I really just want to do the do whatever it is that is going to I hope people aren't out on the other one because I can just see actually that it's got uh can I actually check that myself? Some people might be hanging out on the other one, you know what I mean? Because I set a thing just to I mean I'll just go there now. live on another stream. Come find us. Everyone, I'll just write. Just in case anybody does that, because I can foresee. And love and blessings to you too, Nathan. Yeah, that is tonight's one, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite annoying because the way that I go through it through the Zoom, because I just need to, I don't know, I need to change the settings or something to be able to fix all that. I can't go live on the same one from the laptop. I could if I was on my phone. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. And also, right, the problem I've got is it's not showing me the chat. So, do you know what's, I'm just laughing. One of the shadow sides of cancer is moaning. And I'm moaning. And I moaned quite a lot in the bit. I didn't moan. It was just quite funny. It was very, very honest and very blunt. And I've not watched it back yet. And I just find it really hilarious. So hopefully people get my humour and they get that I don't really care. That's me and that's the way that they operate through me. But you'll see. You'll see. You'll see when I put it off after this. So I was basically right. I've done this before, but people no, I'll leave it for the thing because I can't be bothered getting in it on this. But because what I was saying will probably happen loads. Well, it'll definitely happen. But right, so let's see. Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing? Yes, you're sleepy too. Then that neckline works well with the anklet. Well, I know it's gold and silver though, but they told me I had to wear this because I'm going to use the ISIS cards at some point. Yeah, I only suit sweetheart neck. Well, I noticed that with that jumper the other day. I do suit that. I suit sweetheart necklines, but that's not one I would focus on. And just low cut. But again, I don't always like wearing low cut because you saw what was. Sorry for flashing you my bra half the live stream. I mean, maybe that's that tantric side of me is wanting to burst out. I don't know, but there's worse shit that happens, isn't there? There's probably folk that actually sit on a live stream in their bra if you think about it. I was kind of cringing when I was watching that back. I was like, pull it up, Claire, pull it up. I was like talking to my past self. Be funny. Summary of me today, moany and bitchy. Ah, right, yeah. Well, if I'd spoke to a lot of people, that would probably be me doing that. I'm just sleepy, sleepy. My friend shows how to adjust your clothes. She's already, oh, I can never say that, ADHD. So t-shirt necklines can be rubbish from sensory perspective. Ah, very interesting. Yeah, it's nothing to do with that for me. I just don't suit it. Although that will come into it too, the things about the sensory stuff, but I just don't suit that. So, but yes, because I'm very much into the colour me beautiful stuff and that, and I don't suit it. Grey doesn't suit me. That t-shirts just don't suit me. But anyway, right. So, what's I going to start with? I think I'm going to start with one of these. So let's just see what the general theme is. So, like I said, this is just giving people a wee bit of a chat. So, how are people doing with are you happy with the action that you've taken? And again, remember, I have to keep stressing, it doesn't need to be big, massive leaps of faith. It's just doing something to be kinder to yourself rather than like self-sabotage or not be so nice to yourself. Oh, so you do connect it with a past life thing next. That's interesting because I really don't. I just don't see it. It's purely an aesthetic ego thing for me. I just know that I don't see it. Right, so yeah, so again, actually, I'm going to have to say it on here because it's happening again. So, what I want to just say, right, for other people have heard me give this chat, right, and so I have to say it before people notice that it's a thing and I'm not saying it. I am so over number synchronicities, it's not even funny. Like seriously, like I've saw them for as long as I can remember, like definitely probably the whole 14 years of being conscious of being a twin flame, if not before. But it was a very lonely journey for me and then yeah, and then I did talk about it and enlightened quite a few people. Like I was the first person that enlightened quite a few people. I know that's not everyone on the stream. I know that. We've went through this chat about a million times. but I was for a lot of people, along with introducing them to astrology and ascension in general. But what I'm noticing is quite interesting stuff that I spoke about, like nearly, like definitely 8 years ago, 7 years ago, almost 9 years ago, well, 9 years ago in the summer. It's all coming back around again. So it's like people are catching up to where I was like that long ago. So I've got to talk about the same stuff, and I'm finding it a bit boring at times. You know what I mean? So I spoke about it on the video. It was so funny because I just I said I went more in depth, and basically the bottom line is still share like Nick's has just said 808 there, and people say 44% battery and blah 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 and all that. It happened like 2 or 3 times in the space of 5 minutes, like right before I filmed that video. So don't worry, it's like all of you do it. But it's just kind of like I just want to just sort of get that out there that it's like if it ever seems like I'm not acknowledging the number synchronicities specifically, it's because well, users sort of, you can thing it together. And I usually do say, oh yeah, 444, but if I don't, it's just because of that. So it's not personal against anybody saying it out. I find it really, you know what I mean? You can see, I just find it annoying now. It's like, I just, anyway, I explained it better on the other video and it was part of it. And I basically spoke about if you're a bit like me like that, because I know there will be some people out there. It's just the fact that a lot of people that maybe didn't see it as much, it looks like you're now seeing it like more frequently. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like so. That's what it seems like from my perspective is that you might not have been seeing this as much, and now it's like overload. Because it just seems like way more people are doing that now than like on a huge volume than ever before. Although people were doing it before. Um, so I think it's just something I'm just going to have to stomach, basically, is what I'm saying. So absolutely still say, still celebrate and all that, but just know that if it doesn't look like I'm enthused about it, it's just because it's just my it's just because of that. Because I have to, I see it's my work, I have to call it out because it's drawn people's attention to it. And it's the same way when you say it, it will be good for somebody that is newly awakening, like they may need to see it. So yeah, I have to stomach it as it. And I put it in the message that it's like I feel it's because the Divine Masculine collectives in particular I got drawn to this card, it is because of the spiritual gifts opening up or coming online or intensifying. And it's because a lot of you, either this is you or it will be your twin, will be wanting to be like, oh my God, it's so weird. I see like 1111 like 10 times a day, or I see 444, or I see 222. So do you know what I mean? So I'm more just saying that for I feel the majority of people that are going to be so in line with me with that are going to be the quiet ones that don't talk. But I'm just sort of probably giving them a wee chuckle and just but it was more just again because I would hate anyone to think that I was ignoring you or being rude or anything like that. But it is if it ever seems like I'm not particularly acknowledging that stuff, it's probably just because like you know what I mean. People could see and use can thing with it, and but I something like I said, I sometimes still will. But if it's correlating with what I'm saying, like if I'm saying like some big change or something and someone sees 555 or something, like I'll probably say it. But other than that, I probably won't. Because we'd be here all fucking day as well. But anyway, so I just had to share it, but it was funny. You'll see what I mean. It was funny how it came through in the video. Because I'd said I feel this is particularly for divine masculines, and then the divine masculine card let it out, and I was like, oh, it is part of the message. So I feel it is because of my old soul. You know what I mean? It's and then I pulled out High Priestess for the feminine. I think it's just because it's like, I don't know, there must be something about my old soul that's a bit bored of it all. Like just wanting, I don't know. It's really, I can't, that's the only way I can explain it. It's quite funny. Anyway, right, so let's see what people are saying now. I did a cardio class this morning and I've walked lots. Well done, that's brilliant for a Cancer moon. That's more than a lot of people would have managed. That's brilliant. I watched that addiction journey as I was falling asleep last night and again today just to make sure. I don't want to say stop. Nathan, okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but don't do it. But I wouldn't advise watching that more than once because it is powerful. You know what I mean? These things are soul retrieval. There's no need to do that. Just once is enough. Because actually, if you watched it when I actually done it, it would have, I think it would have been around did I work out? It would have been around oh, I can't remember now. It would have been about a week ago that was, 3 weeks from that day. So if any of you did watch that, you might have noticed that, like, that I'd helped with things like that. But well done as well, because you've done a lot. So But again, just make sure that you aren't taking on too much. You know what I mean? It's just about uh, being kinder to yourself, so you don't overdo it. Oh no, aesthetically I don't suit it, but also I can't wear tight necks at night as I do. Oh no, I do get that. Yeah. Right, let's see what comes out then. It'd be funny if the card sort of backs up what I'm saying. But yeah, to get what I'm kind of saying about that more, watch the videos that I'm doing every day. And it's like, because I tied it into basically it's good. It's like being honest. It's like, because I feel I would be being fake if I just kind of was like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? And like always like, yeah, that's amazing. And because I'm not, like inside I'm like, oh fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter who's saying it. That's just, even when I see it myself, I'm like, oh Christ, yeah, aye, great, yeah. I've just responded to another email at 144, not consciously, just because that's because the person I needed to draw the attention of the person to see it. Or I've just replied to another email at his birthday numbers. Never mind, always my twin flames. I've done that 3 times this week. And you will know because it's to some of you. It's fucking non-stop. Yeah, I'll be loving it. By the time we get in the Leo Moon on Friday, I'll be like, yeah, 555, 444, 144, 333. But not today. Today, I'm like, so thanks for holding space for that. It was a combat one. I needed to take out aggression this morning to deal with bitchy Smurf who was holding the reins. Bitchy Smurf. God, that's a cool nickname. Imagine you just lost your shit and you were like, look, will you just shut it, bitchy Smurf? You know what I mean? Oh, although we don't tell people to shut up or shut it, it's not nice, but that would be funny. Hello, Michelle, how are you doing? Right, what card have we got? So please somebody give me the infinite. Oh. So somebody give me a nudge when it is half past, because you know what as well, right? So I did like it's not always good for me to eat before I do some of these, especially this one. So I'm gonna eat after. So what I'm gonna do is however long the meditation is, when I finish, now Nyx is usually quite good at this, but I'm not gonna hold you to it because if you're asleep and you need to go off, then so somebody else, Charlotte's good at it, anyone can be good at it, reminding me. If it looks like well, basically not if it looks like, if I've opened my eyes and we're done with that. Can somebody just please remind me to go and turn on the oven? Because that would make my life easier. But I might actually just end it, to be honest. Like, actually, do you know what? That would maybe be even better. Mm. I think maybe what I might do is right before I start it, because I'll have probably have my eyes closed the whole time as well, if not a lot of it. When I start it in about 10 minutes ish, just over 10 minutes, I might put the oven on then. Because it doesn't really need to be any longer than 30 minutes. If it is, then it's fine. I'll just let it. What do after? Oh, I mean, I can't decide. I'll decide after I read this card. Um, right. The time thing between Scotland and USA. Oh, I know it's shit. Because the thing is, like, I have factored that in because eh? So shocked. Mine just told me. What? Are you kidding me? Has your one just told you that he keeps saying like 11:11 and all that as well? Or something like that? Oh, see, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what, Michelle? Thank you, because like you said, it's like I don't overthink anything that I do, but I had like it just started coming out my mouth when I filmed that video, and I just can't not be on it. Like again, because that's what I would say is that like as far as we're, there's not a lot of other Blu-ray starseeds that come that chat on the live stream, but if the people that are watching that they lurk will know what I mean. Like I just can't lie. I can lie if I need to protect the people that I love, which are you guys, or myself, or basically anyone that I love. I can use coyote medicine, but usually I don't really see it like that because I will tell. the truth further down the line. You know, you kind of got to distort it, you know, to protect yourself when you're doing shit in public and you got people sending you shit energy, basically. But it's I can't lie like that. You know what I mean? If someone's annoying me, or it's kind of like, and it's just I think it's a funny thing because it is something I just need to sort of stay with. But I knew it was a message as well, and it was just if you think about it, if anyone is out there like me, you know, it would be good for you to sort of work with that, like you know, to and I said it in the video, either just like when you are with your twin, if they're like, oh, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, like don't be rude about it, you know what I mean? Because it would have been exciting for you, but maybe be honest too, because yeah, so but anyway, right, so yeah, so Michelle gets it, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, Michelle, it would actually be probably exactly the same year for me, but I don't know if I would have been as conscious at that point because remember that's when I met my twin flame. So that's not a coincidence, you know what I mean? But it's definitely been the 14, 15 years at least, but like I said, it probably has been, but that's when it would have heightened. But so we have to be patient. Those of us that are more used to that. Um can you turn it on lower now? Oh, the oven. I could do that. Well done. Yes, you chat amongst yourselves, and then That's what I'll do. I'll put it on low, and then I'll go and put it in. It's just a wee mini steak pie. Um, but right, hang on. These jammies are not flattering, but whatever. Especially not the trousers. Right, good thinking. See, this is what I mean. If you're new around here, people know that it's quite good. Like it's you know it's amazing all the miracles and magical instant spontaneous healing and that I can do. But things like that, it's good when, especially when I'm tired, when other people could just be a little bit of my brain. But so thanks for that. Um, right, so let's see. Did that catch on? So yeah, can I just get because that's quite amazing. Like that's exactly the message that I've just recorded. So we might want to dig into that a little bit. Wait a minute, I need to get comfy. Remember they said that to me in my meditation on Monday, like make sure you're comfy. So I'm being more conscious of that. Because these pillows keep like pushing me, like, look, that one's really, I like it, but it's like really befont and it's like pushing me off the chair. Um, so right, making ourselves, you know, that's very, you know, get comfortable in your body. Right, so especially for the meditation. Right, so or whatever it is, I never know what to call it. It's a healing activity. I don't know what it is either, guys. That's why it's good that I'm just like sleepy and I'm like whatever. I'm just this card either before or after. Maybe I should have actually. Maybe I should have pulled that. Yeah, I might not start the actual thing till 8:45 or 9 actually, but we'll just see. There's enough of you here to do it. But yeah, so I've went all over the place here. If I was a morning person, which I can be, I've proved to myself I can be that, I would actually do the everyday live thing in the morning. But I thought that would be quite a shame for those of you that are in America, which is quite a lot of you. Do you know that it's actually like, it's something crazy, like 70% of my audience are actually the UK. So that just shows you how many people lurk. Because there's only a couple of you that are actually from the UK that talk. So I'm on to use local people that are watching me and making out that they're not. I can feel you. But it's fine as long as you're, you know, getting something from it and that, whatever. Um, and and sometimes it's 50-50, but most of the time it is like, you know, majority is the UK, then the biggest one after that is America. And these are the two front runners. So so that's why I remember when I was going live every day, it was 1:30 seemed to be a good time. So when I can get back to that in the March or April, I'll try that again. And that's like a compromise. Otherwise, if I got in the habit of getting up in the morning and doing that, I probably would do it like earlier, but I think that would be a bit of a shame for some of you. So right, so um let me just scroll back to these comments. I love these afternoons. So it's afternoon for you, and yeah, because this is like that's our 8 o'clock at night. So that seems good because I'd imagine, although that is still you might be right on your kid's bedtime, it's kind of a compromise too. It's not great for me though this time because like look at me, like, I'm quite tired. Sometimes it is, but this is actually because of the moon sign. We'll work it out. I'll work it. We'll work it out together. Um, Right. Oh my God, girl, you're a knockout. You could be sat in a trash bag or a burlap sack and look gorgeous. Well, I have got, thank you, Michelle. I have got makeup on though, do you know what I mean? But I always love my niece said, I don't know if I think I did share, I don't know if I did share it though, but that was a few weeks ago and she's done it before, but she was just so sweet. She was like, Claire, I think you're beautiful with or without makeup. You're just as beautiful. And it was more sweet the way she said that. And I was like, my eyes started filling up with water. I was like, oh. Um, right. So Michelle, Claire's, oh yeah, yeah. She's yeah, but people can still do it. Still do it. Michelle knows what I mean. It is. Michelle doesn't annoy you. It doesn't annoy me all the time as much, but sometimes it's like so fucking annoying. I'm like, oh God. Um, that's so funny. I want shine bright pajamas, but I feel like it would make me a bit single white female. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Well, you are wearing a shine bright top. I've had these for ages. The trousers are horrible. I don't know about you, but see thermal pajamas, they're not a bit like the tops are all right, but like see when it gets further in the year, I can't wear this because it's starting to overheat and the heater's on, but I think I put it off again. But his trousers are horrible. They're like really tight and really unflattening and anyway, I don't know where these are from. No idea, but I've had them for ages. Um, does it spit out your Scottish audience? Does it split out your Scottish audience? What was to that bit? Oh my God, I get angel number prompts everywhere, not just yeah, that's what I mean. It's constant. It's everywhere for me. So I just, you know what I mean. I'm over it. So don't let me get in the way of people celebrating it though. Divine support, I'm so grateful. My life's incredibly challenging. Yes, I want to see you be brave in my head. Are you singing? You're singing that song. I want to see you be brave. Are you? Yeah, Claire's just having a cancer moon timeout today on number synchronicities. Um, I think you're even prettier barefaced. Oh, look, you've just said what Marie said. Yeah, that is, do you know what? I do get that quite a lot. I think it's something to do with like, I've noticed like when I've used to do the live streams on the Facebook and if I've been crying or that, if I was watching it back, I notice the divine in my eyes more, basically, when I've not got makeup on. So, but thank you for saying that. It's the other thing. It's a bit of a nightmare if I do ever get the rare spot because I'm like, what the hell? Like I can't deal with it. It's like so. And by the way, if people do have issues like that, I actually help. Well, I can actually say I actually helped Lexi clear um skin issues. There's a video about it, and it was fast as fuck. And it wasn't even what the session was meant to be about. I was helping her with smoking or something, and she just happened to mention the cream wasn't working, and I was just like, right, clear it, and it literally was cleared by next time I spoke to her. So I'm just saying that because I'm aware that things like acne and whatever, any kind of skin condition could make people miserable. So believe it, people. I'm sharing it so that people know that this kind of healing is out there that works. I love makeup. It's artistic expression. Yeah, I love it. Like I'm absolutely loving my eyeshadow. I got that new eyeshadow palette for Christmas and I love it. Like I don't know why I didn't invest in a better one like that years ago because it's just it brings a wee bit of joy to my day. I'm like, oh yeah, I can match the colour of what I'm wearing. But then I end up just wearing gold and silver quite a lot anyway. But what's SWF? I'm not good with abbreviations. I can never work them out. But imitation is a serious form of flattery. Yeah, I'm not really with that, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I know that there are some things that we, that a lot of us kind of like at the same time, but most of the time I'm not, yeah. You've obviously not been around long enough to know that, and that's not really. My moon, my Uranus conjuncts my moon, so I like to be different. So if it starts feeling like I'm the same, so I'm going to change it up with anything. Um, you were talking about your audience being 70% UK, just wondering if it splits out your Scotch audience. All right. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it does interest me because I'm like, it's really the only English people that talk are you and Charlotte. Who else is English? You know what I mean? So it just seems like a lot of people are lurking. Show me how big your brain is. Lexi skin transfer. Oh yeah, are you just? That's so funny. Are you? Did you say that after I said it, or did you? I wouldn't be surprised you said it before I said it. Lexi skin transformed like fucking magic. I nearly commented it yesterday. Yeah, it really did. Um, Single white. Oh, right, single white female. That's hilarious. I use that term quite a lot because that is what a lot of karmic energies are for people. Single white female. Fucking hell. Whether it's yours or your fucking twin flames, karmic folk can be like that too, can't they? So I don't know if that's anyone watching, but it's definitely some people's. Like, do you know what I mean? It comes up all the time. Um, I react to a lot of makeups. My skin only likes natural ingredients. I'm English in my soul. I do have Irish roots in German. Ah, very interesting. Right, okay, let's read this because before I forget. So, right, it's 8:30 now. So yeah, we'll give it a wee bit more chat and hanging out because it'll probably fly by at 9, but I'll definitely start at 9, if not quarter. Oh my God, I've done a weird thing. Right, so well, they've made me do it. I've just opened the book up at Mount Shasta, who I know is connected to Saint Germain. And the thing that's crazy about that is when I was in meditation years ago, I heard Mount Shasta and I didn't know, and I was doing a shamanic thing at the time with other people, and I didn't know what it meant, right? I'd heard it, but I didn't have any clue it was anything to do with Saint Germain. Now at this point I've been channeling that thing a sailing time for years. So anyway, I googled it. No, that was it. I just shared it, and then when I got in the car, my dad, I said to him, and he, so we must have been, I don't know, a stoplight or something. And I'm see, look, you can tell I'm channeling American. I don't think I'd ever call it a stoplight, and I just did because anyway. So, but we both googled it at the same time. And we came up with the same article, and it was fascinating because it's very like Mount Shasta is very connected to Saint Germain and the Twin Flames and all that, and all this kind of. So that's connected to one of my past lives. But that's what I love about it when I don't know it, and then I research it, and I'm like, holy shit! So maybe we should read a bit of this. Your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are. Is the song going off again? No, the crazy spirit alarm might go off in the next room. Star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages, downloads, dreams, and visions. Right, boom. I just feel let's get this thick. I just feel that is definitely about the divine masculines that are getting hit with a shitload of synchronicity. And there's definitely something about forgiveness coming up as well. Is that what you're trying to tell us here? And a lot of sexual energy, sacred sexuality, accessing the unified field. Well, that's one way to put it. Yeah, there is. There's a lot of sexual energy in the dream time right now, and oh my God, I've just pulled Violet Flame activation after talking about Saint Germain, Master Alchemist. It's like, look, it's like I feel like Alan in The Hangover. And again, I'm like, I don't know why it's all just feeling very overwhelming. I'm channeling the divine masculine. For all I know, I'm fucking channeling my own right now. But this is too much. Why am I finding it too much when this has been my life for like, a very long time? This is not me. This is not me. But I'm finding it really overwhelming. I think that's what that was all about. I've just worked that out. It's not it is my annoyance too, but it's more they're getting me to emphasize it's like full on. Welcome home. 11:11 mission accomplished. And this is one where I say it's like a divine masculine swimming home because it's one swan. And swans to me are always a symbol of true love because the two swans that make the hearts. But it's like that divine masculine swan is swimming home. And actually, I know there's somebody that's going to watch this on the replay that'll really be quite meaningful. That's quite annoying. We could do without it when it flies. Yeah, somebody's swimming home at their divine feminine. Uh, so the adventure begins. Look, that's what my journal says. That's on the floor of truth. Soul merger. Yeah, this is definitely about some of these unions that are very fast coming together. It's and so the adventure begins. The gossip only hurts more is on the floor too. So there's a lot of gossip around this, whether you know that or not. Receive the gift, but the gift is coming in. The gift is you to each other. Oh my God, you can do it. And then we've got everything is possible, twin flame. Quite quickly. Right, so that's fast energy. Like I said, that just came through really quickly. Right. I'm sending sleepy, loving energy to get Charlotte's little one to sleep. If he's open to it. I started reading a book about Saint Germain and Mount Shasta. It's called The Telos or something. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've got quite a few, and again, I've not read them. I just Nick knows that. I just buy books and I just get the codes from them without reading them. But I like it more when that happens. But again, obviously, I've known that for quite a few years now. But when that happened, I didn't know, and I was like, oh, that's how I knew it was real because I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I got it in meditation and then I checked. So many want to know when they came from, where they came from. Matters not. We are earthlings here now to create new earth. Yes, but no, it depends if you look at Michelle because it's it's interesting. You know what I mean? So people find it interesting. Like yeah, I find it interesting. Like connecting all the dots. But I know what you mean. We are here to create the new earth, but it's different people are interested in different things. Right, okay, so let's read the one that I actually pulled though, 49. Right. The eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, mini deaths and rebirths within one's life. Yeah, ego death. I spoke about this in another video too. I'm not going to be able to keep up the chat as much right now while I'm reading this, but I will catch up with it. You're so much more than your physical body. The beings in Lemuria are said to have lived for many hundreds of years. Well, I'll be one of them then. That's why I'm like, oh, fucking hell, this shit again. As they were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. Oh my God, and you've just been. Well, you weren't saying I look young, but you were just saying I look better with makeup. That's quite funny. They were also aware of their infinite nature. The Lemurians were multidimensional beings and regularly traversed realms other than the physical, including the places before and after death. And I'm sure that you're just saying that was in your dreams. That's the funny synchronicity. You may feel, I'll read that properly in a minute though. You may feel that you've led many lives and expressed different faces to the world. We can experience many deaths and rebirths as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. When we choose to align our lives with our spirit, we may find we experience more of these many deaths. They can be daunting, but are fast tracking our growth to prepare us for the shining new chapter that beckons. Now, again, as with most of the transmissions, I don't usually use that word, but that's what they gave me. That I give that's going to really hit with the divine masculine. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're going through a mini death, you're going through an ego death. It's also on page 123. Boom, that's where that means fuck it, let's go to me. It's like all happening in the steps that it should. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You've arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix born anew, ready a new cycle for growth. Oh my God, I got drawn to the phoenix in that video as well that I'm going to publish after this. Celebrate, honour the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you've gathered through the elevation process. Notice the synchronicity of I'm going to do something about jumping to the highest timeline, and that's talking about elevating. It's like what I said about the whole wing thing. Like you've got your wings. It's like we're ascending to the next level. Right, let's see Let's see if either Saint Germain or that Ark of the Covenant card was big, wasn't it? I was just too tired to really deal with that properly, but oh, I don't know where the book is. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, let's see, because there's lots of cards like this in here. But yeah, like I said, I do feel I'm playing the role of Moses. I'm leading us all. Aye, it's quite funny. There's definitely people out there like certain archetypes that are playing that role, and I've noticed quite a while ago that I am one of them. Right. That's why I have to be showing up quite a lot, like, right. So you were in my dreams last night, literally clearing fuckery, and I really wanted to buy you a sandwich. I love that. I even try and feed you. That's funny. Maybe you know what I mean? Just buy me an actual sandwich when I see you, right? Because I'm like, I'm in desperate need of a holiday. Like, I'm going to go and the offer that my cousin gave me for Christmas, I think I am going to take her up on the offer and be like, can I just come, like, soon? Because I might just, I don't like Pisces season, so maybe, yeah, I'll come and visit you that are nearby. Um, I love sandwiches. Sandwiches and a packet of crisps or sandwiches and soup. That's my favourite. Oh, I'm fascinated by all the starseed stuff, but some hyper focus on the celestial to escape their mission here. Yeah, oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, I like to keep it in balance, you know what I mean? Like, and some of that is actually an outright trick. Like, you know what I mean? You've got to stay quite grounded in it. But I do find all this past life stuff fucking fascinating. And particularly when it isn't a Cancer moon, it's in that part of my chart. But it's just, I've always found it fascinating. But that is definitely going to be my hyper focus this year, is past life stuff, but also the future. Which is why I found it funny that Sarah joined right when that was like that was a cool synchronicity. That her name's Ancient Future, because that is just exactly what I love, but it's the part of my work they're getting me to focus on. Right, so what do we need to know from this card? Just buying a bit of time. Fucking knew it. How weird is that? I've just fucking mentioned Sarah and I've just pulled that card with the dove again. That was a strong message for it. So Sarah will probably watch this on a replay, but like so again, if you're like, what are you talking about? The dove is the energy that I work with at my throat chakra. But I read this card for Sarah just last night. So I'm not reading it again. But pay attention to winged messengers. And then also, this was crazy, but I didn't notice it. I'm sure on the shorts for the same day, or the surrounding days, I'd spoke about winged messengers. Because I noticed both, like, there were several people I was emailing at the time, we were all talking about birds, different types of birds. So look out for winged messengers. Wow. Um, yes, trying to throw it. Yeah, they are trying to throw us off at every turn. That's why I'm always here as a seer, like pointing out what's coming before it comes. But like you said, some people paid attention, a lot of people didn't, and it's just the way it was meant to go. But I'm hoping now that when I give messages, because I feel I will at some point, they will get me to give more world messages, and that's probably when the channel's going to grow a little bit more, or a big bit more. And then the people that have been here a long time can be like, I would listen, because it happens. I'm intending to have space next month. You can stay with me. Yes, well, thank you. That would be amazing. Yeah, well, what I do is like usually what I do is like I would go and visit a few people. So I could go and see my cousin, I could go and see you, and I could go and see people that are out. So right, so the garden. There's been a lot about gardens and gardeners. Let's see what this says. The garden, and there's that reflection card again. That was last night. So let's see what the garden's got to say. And Soul Family, the King of Roses. That looks like the King of Cups. This card shows it. So yeah, I was going to say Soul Family that want to come and do the meditation live. Hurry up. And but if anyone joins live, I'm just saying it telepathically. If anyone joins and they're in the middle of it, just join in where we are. This card shows a man holding two roses, a red and a white, demonstrating a balance of passion and purity. At his, by the way, this is where my hand just got stopped, so somebody needs to hear it. At his feet are the yellow roses of healing and creativity. That means friendship to me too. This is the King of Love, a man who's balanced and well-rounded. Yeah, this must be the King of Cups. When he appears upright, if in your spread, it indicates a potential union could be at hand, either in friendship, business, or even romance. Whether this is a new relationship or the blossoming of an old one, this man brings tender-hearted and thoughtful support. He's also someone who could be helpful in your personal life, especially where home and family issues are concerned. And it's Cancer Moon, that's about the family. Whether the King of Roses is you or another man, well, it's not me. This man, it's not me. The role of a husband or a father is now opening to create a happy home and family. This card also lets you know that you're ready to stand up for yourself and take loving but considered action on your own behalf. Wow, that's a big one for Divine Masculines out there. The male ones, I would say, going by this card. It's a time of increasing love and compassion, which always starts within, which is what we're doing this week. Can resonate with the women as well, but it's just because it's talking about men. Right, let's do this. So close your eyes if you want to, and step into the robes of the King of Roses. You are the king of family, home, and community. Feel a sense of care swell within you. What would you like to bring to the world around you now? Open your eyes. So that's just a wee message that I want to sneak in there for someone. Now I'll read the one that we actually got. They've stopped me at will, wisdom, and mind, and it's actually the one with the triquetra on it. So that could be important. Like I said, that's the wee bracelet that I wear every day. Right, 5 of roses. Fate. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on, man? This full moon in Leo is bringing in the unions, and like I said, this channel is about bringing in the unions, but the unions are coming in. Fated meeting. Which I always say, this is the only reason why I got this deck. But I'm glad it did get me to get the deck, because I love it. I wasn't really using it as much before. Right, 5 and commitment. Yeah, there's big. I would even say there's marriages coming in. Commitment. The Buddha prepares. That's hilarious. I said I was like the Buddha sitting. Right, anyway, there's just too much. Stop it. Don't stop it forever, but just tone it down. This is too much. Oh fuck, now it's the Queen of Roses. That is divine counterparts. That's divine feminine, divine masculine. That's like the King and Queen of Cups. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. That reminds me of this Flowers in Her Hair song. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she's peacefully focusing on the flowers in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who's loving, supportive, but with a passionate side as well. This is a card of a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful. Or someone new may appear. Well, I'll take a turn for the one. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be a friend, family member, or co-worker, but I would say it's romantic with what's just happened here. Co-worker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you. You are a woman in your life stepping into the role of a wife or a mother at this time. It's time for a loving energy to be voiced. This is definitely about like I would say you either know that like this is either like, you know, someone like, you know, the people that have been on the live that you're already in connection, or that you can really feel it coming. But this is definitely about two twin flames that are about to speak up and be heard by each other. This upright sometimes shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, a friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand, so open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. And if you look at this for within yourself, this is about balancing your own masculine and feminine energy, which is what the inner union challenge is all about this week. So close your eyes if you want to do that again. Close your eyes and step into the energy of the Queen of Roses. Yeah, this is literally what I was going to do the meditation on. So this is just like it's just telling me what I knew I was going to be doing. Get to know that caring power and gentle temperament, regardless of your gender. Feel compassion fill you and notice your desire to bring a loving embrace to yourself and the world. Open your eyes. Right, now I'll read the one we actually got, but very interesting. Even the Buddha thing, the fact that I said I was like Buddha sitting on the chair and I've seen the Buddha thing. Right, 5 of roses. Right, I'm going to look at it and go, I'm going to get it led to them all. 5 of roses. the garden. 146. Let me just see. Oh, something came up my feed today with the song Just Like a White Winged. Oh, do you know what it is? Don't know what that is. 144 somewhere. Cosmic Gardeners, Secret Garden, Twinflame Journey. Yes. Oh, the film. Do you mean the film? I can't really remember I've only seen bits of that. Somebody I know likes that. I wonder if it was my nana or something. Two children play in a sunny, lush green garden. A boy shoots a slingshot while a girl next to him watches a butterfly in the flowers with a magnifying glass. This already sounds like. Well, it depends. If they're brother and sister, I'll go there, but it's like interesting. If children aren't a part of you, it reminds me of that film when I was saying that the two that fall in love and then run off and get married, like I've grown up together. If children aren't a part of your life already, this card could show their arrival. Yeah, I mean, this sounds like somebody's getting a ready-made family, by the way, because it's like with the other cards and then this. It could also indicate that your children, even adult children, could become more of a focus for you. They may have some concerns of their own, but even so, opportunities for things to mend come easily right now. There also may be real change and benefit for one of your children who's made a special effort recently. I love how specific these are. This is a very advantageous time for the children around you. Enjoy it and help them enjoy it too. That's magical, because tomorrow is the full moon in Leo of children. It's also sex, which is how children are made. So if you don't want that to happen, be careful out there. Especially because it's a full moon too. So whether upright or reversed, you can look out to the adjacent card. Well, we didn't have another one. To get more insight on the children around you and their issues, apply the details and the people in the right. Anyway, I quite like how it does that too. Right, so what are we on? 10-2. Right, I think I'm going to pull the Isis card and then I'm just going to crack on with whatever. Because has anybody else got a bit of a headache? Now, I do need to drink a bit more water, but the thing is when I get a headache, it's usually I'm picking up on someone else's. I just saw the new Earth card and I've just seen double mission. Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. That's one of my cards in that deck, so I bet you a lot of you are going to resonate with that. It also ties in with the chat we were just having. Right, so I call this my Aquarius deck, so this is going to be right beside me for the next 20 years. Definitely for the next month. Right, so what message needs to what do we need to know? What do we need to know about? Tell us a wee bit about the divine masculines that I'm feeling that are getting hit with a crazy amount of synchronicity. I'm probably finding it really quite overwhelming. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play, the sun, and the sun is divine masculine energy. Play is Leo. This is like a Leo card as well. Well, that's pretty good. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. I'm picking up a lot of masculines that are in quite a bit of celebratory freedom energy. That's what I'm feeling, and that's definitely not all of them, because some of them are in this. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening, love. And remember what I said, I'm not in the live tomorrow, but this could be happening like right from now, around the surrounding days, even into the weekend. That energy is explosive. So especially tomorrow. And remember, it's not wise to actually approach challenging things, conversations with people on the actual full moon, because the energy is so heightened and magnified that like it can really exaggerate it. Now that can be good if it's big declarations of love or whatever, it's really happy stuff. But if it's anything else like anger and that, like just try to just take it chill and take it easy tomorrow. I feel that is one of the reasons why that they're guiding like me to not do a live tomorrow and us all to do that. I keep doing that and I actually need to see the phone. But yeah, just with the opposite, the Pluto and Aquarius and the sun there, it's like quite explosive, and there's other things going on as well, and it's just but yeah, the Great Seven, and it's just all these cards keep backing up that we're in that bit of oh look, and then that card's like Michelle, that was like saying like what you were just saying, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. And that's a lot of what I'm going to be doing for people this year, is grounding you back into your body, because that is what the problem is with a lot of people that are very connected to these galactic energies, as a full awakening. It's like you're not fully, you're not, you're not fully in your body, therefore you're not feeling very grounded and making the most of this, life. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, and exactly, that's what I just said. That's it, and there's star bavings behind it. Oh my God, and Pleiades. And that's so funny. And portal, right? Fucking hell, man. Jump in. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's I'm just saying that's what we're about to do. So light body crystal grid transmission activation. Wow, isn't that crazy that I always take the piss about the word transmission and I don't use it too much, but they did say transmission and now that says transmission. Pleiades, interesting because I was just noticing that about something I wrote down about my own astrology. One of the placements is right at the Pleiades point. Double mission, channeling, uplifting humanity. I just said that the double mission card is the card I resonate with. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. I'm about to take us through a door, a portal. And if you're ready, we're going to jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. I was also drawn to something about Andromedan right before I came on here too, and that's one of my, like I said, I actually connect with all these energies. Like it's like they all, I talk to all of them basically. It's like how I can't just use one deck of cards. I'm somebody that must have just been fucking, oh, I'm just going to be here and there, and I'm just going to, which is really funny because I'm not very social at all in physical life. So I don't know why I'm connected to every fucking one of them. That's why I can't home in and be like, I'm a such and such and a such and such. I'm a wee bit of all of it. Right, so anyway, so it's now 4 minutes to 9, so let's pull the ISIS card. But that's really cool because these are all the things that I knew was going to be coming into this. Right, so I got drawn to 1717 on the video earlier. Just to, they feel like, Claire, you just said all that was annoying you. Yeah, well, I can't help that I did, so somebody needs to hear it. Hello, Charlotte. For years, I thought that song was just like the One Winged Dove. I don't know what song you mean. I probably do if like what's it called? I want my babies, please. God, please help me have them with my twins. Nathan, look, divine time, and you're still young, and there's lots of. But what I want to say is, you have to focus on yourself right now. You have to focus on your inner union because, yeah, you and your twin really need to work on the codependency. I'm just going to tell you it straight, right? We've got a lot of Capricorn energy here, and I know you are because you've went to that meeting and then you're doing that journey, but you know where possible, we want babies coming in on a firm foundation. I know that that isn't always possible, like, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, focus on you right now. Um, so, right, with love and wings. Because they're going to come in anyway. Like, these crystal children, star children, they're determined. So that's why I think that's probably why they just said to me, be careful, people. If you don't want that to happen, be careful. Just posted a quote shouting out the DMs for healing ancestral trauma. All right. Our world desperately needs DM. Yes. I don't tend to call them DMs because I like to be different. You'll notice that. I use the whole word. Because then I'd fall into that algorithm of DM, DF. It just annoys me. Lovely, again, I just want to stress, I don't, lovely people that use like that, but yeah. I saw that as being too easy. If I titled things that, I could have got well into the algorithm. Probably would have still got blocked, like, but right, let me catch up with this. So if you stop talking so fast for 1 second, I can catch up with the live stream. See how I'm being so blunt. Sorry, not sorry, it's quite funny. Forgot to say, I realised when I went to sleep last night that I'd had an asthma attack last 2 evenings. Head saw the throat. You were chatting to Lexi last night for the first night. I didn't. Oh my God. Well, I'm sorry to hear you went through that, but I'm glad to hear that that helped. And that's amazing, by the way. So if anyone does struggle with asthma, that reminds me of a male friend of mine who might be watching. He's a bit more quieter. And get in touch if you are, because I actually got drawn to a synchronicity of something I wrote down of when we both we were doing a bit of mediumship and I'd got something. Anyway, it just that's funny. I just had a reminder of that. But anyway, he has asthma, and I think he had noticed that since he'd met me, he'd not I don't know actually. I don't know whether he actually connected that with me or not. I think he was though when he was telling me it. But anyway, if you're watching, you'll know that it's you. But yeah, it must just be time that people really take that on board. That if I'm on your radar, that I can heal a lot of things. That I can just heal a lot of things. So get the help. Because these things are serious. Like I used to get panic attacks a lot more than what I do now. Like I haven't had one for ages, and I'm not asking for one. But that's one of the scariest things. Not being able to breathe is a scary, scary thing. So the great severing, I know. I always take that card to be about the split of New Earth and Old Earth. And look at that card. All this week I've pulled cards about two worlds, the severing. There was something else. It's happening. It is happening. It's been happening for a while, but it's happening quite big time. The song is Edge of 17. Well, that's really strange that it's called Edge of 17, and you'll see on the video that I was drawn to 1717. I think when I met my twin flame, I think I might be wrong about that, but he might have been as young as that. Maybe he wasn't, maybe he was 18, but no, he probably was, because if there's a year and a half between them, I don't know. Sorry, there's a song going, I can't make it out. I think it might be Adele again. Was that not you? Did you not say that your song's Hello? I'm going to have to prove that I'm not talking shit. Hello is playing in the next room. Did you not say that that's your song? See, they're just showing you like this is. I know that everyone else gets things to do with songs and that as well, but it's fucking nuts with me, and I'm used to this. But it's surely that's going to be long enough. I can't believe that. And it would be when you were just saying something there. Do you know what I mean? And it's fuck off. Are you sorry? I don't mean to be fake, but 17 is your number. I got drawn to 1717 on the video that I've recorded before this, which I'm going to publish, and your song is going off in my bedroom. Well, clearly Michelle's DM is coming in hot, and I don't say DM either, and I just said it. Coming in hot, hot, hot. Fucking hilarious. That's just amazing, isn't it? Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. But could you just tone it down, actually? We're needing to stay calm for a meditation. Jesus. Next you'll be giving me your fucking name. Don't tell me his name, because I'll get it. I've got a bit excited for all of that going on. Jesus, right. I do need to put this off though, because that'll interrupt us. So sorry, Adele, but you have to go. Um, does it? Can any? I remember when that came out. It was like all those songs just came out at the most like like I really could have done without that, Adele. Thanks. Cheers. I think I just sent a thumb on Facebook by accident to mine. Seriously, I was pissed on a night out and I sent a thumb. I was like, Google, how do you delete it? Can you get it back when you send a thumb? No, you can't. It's fucking sent. Aye, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Watch the thumb will come up on the Zoom now that I'm talking about it. Oh, do you know what I mean? As if a hangover isn't bad enough. You wake up, you've got no dignity, and then you see that you've sent your twin flame a thumb when you're not talking to each other. Fucking brilliant. I suppose it'd be better than do you know what I mean? Imagine if it done something on the Zoom when you do that. Fuck you. um, right. So, anyway, let me catch up to where we are. All that fucking excitement. Right, so. And notice it was just as we were talking about the 17 thing that song's going. I just can't. I just can't. Oh dear. And this, oh yeah, gold dust woman. It's because you're from a star system experience that I respect your integrity. 17 is my number of mine, so it's not our song, but I sent it yesterday. Yeah, well, even that's weird. I got to the mall yesterday and it was playing, so it hit me and I sent it. Yeah, because I got it. I've been getting it quite a lot over the last few weeks. So the time flip on your phone, it was an angel number for me and 9. So many songs of 17. Joan Jett, I love the rock and roll. Right, okay, so we need to get into this because this can take me quite a while to. Before the live started, I listened to that 50 Shades of Grey song. I know you. Oh, I knew, Nathan, you were one of the people I thought would really like that. It was really deep, eh? Like, I just thought it was funny that it kept saying baby. I was like, oh, fuck. Right, okay. Let's just settle down so I can read the. Because we're going to go into a meditation. So, as much as I like chatting, let's just. Where's the. Right, so. Give us a card to inspire the. If I got started at his numbers, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to do it on purpose. So let's just see. These cards can take a long time to read, but yeah, do really. I'd never heard it, but again, I noticed the Toonie bit from the films, but I didn't. It wasn't on my Spotify. And again, it was more the fact that the artist is called Skylar, so and it's got baby in it a lot. So, but like I said, when the person isn't here, I'm not going to go with that, but. I can't help but notice that obviously someone's little angel is trying to talk to me to. Right. What card have we got? Wibos. I thought it was a Divine Masculine Rising card there. I would have been like, fucking hell. But it kind of is in a way. Divine Sunchild, blessings from the Sun Falcon. First of all, like I said, full moon of children tomorrow. Also, Leo is Divine Masculine energy. And also, we've just been talking about children quite a lot, and Nathan's going on about wanting his babies to come in and everything. It's all going on. Do you know what I mean? So if it's not your actual child, the children that you want or don't want, or it's healing your inner child. But there's a lot of Leo children stuff going on. I do love it, but I'm just like, wow. Yes, guys, that's right. Healing the divine masculine is on the bottom. Whenever it looks like I'm saying something that's a joke, it's them. Healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. I'm calling it right now. Somebody's divine masculine is literally about to pop up on you. Like, I don't like saying soon lightly, but like, this is soon. This is soon. So it's not everyone's, but I'm sure you'll find out when it's you. So let's see. Good Lord. Wow. Let's use that for the thumbnail. What else was there? There was just so many. Oh, so I've pulled the Divine Masculine King card on the video, and now I've just pulled Divine Masculine Rises. And also, I was going on about Osiris and Isis. Wait a minute, I need to wait till the delay to get the thumbnail. Wow. Oh, remember, wait a minute. Remember I pulled that on one of the private ones, eh? In the membership. Oh, that was such a fake smile. Claire, that was such a fake smile. Anyway, that's fine. Oh, no, oh yes, I've just opened. What did I say? I don't like wearing gold and silver together, right? But they were like, no, we need you to wear the ankh. And I've just opened it up at the ankh. Weird shit's happening. Weird shit is happening. But yeah, and I've just pulled it up at the Healing the Divine Masculine card. So yeah, I pulled this on a private in our membership group once, and it was basically whenever I do anything that's a paid live Zoom, it is a lot stronger the energy that comes through. It just makes sense if it is like an energy exchange. But I wonder if they're bringing in some of the same sort of energy. I can't remember what happened, but I just remember it was quite intense. Right, so which I'm going to get back to them at some point, by the way. I'm aiming to do that. Right, so let's see. What's with all the food emojis? Oh, right, shit. See what I mean? I was totally. God, sorry. That did catch my attention. Well done. So, what if I take. It's 30 minutes. Should I put it in now? What I'll do is I'll read the card and then please remind me again before I say to close, when I say to close your eyes, when you close your eyes, I'll run and put it in the oven because it doesn't need to take any longer than 30 minutes. So thank you for that. I've just realised I'm wearing my mum's dangly pair of earrings. Oh, that's lovely with Cancer Moon being about the mother. And there's a lot. By the way, my mum said she saw a ghost again today. So like, I'm not kidding. Like she was like, and I knew before she said that, I thought it was someone from the like I think what did she say the 1950s? I'm sure she said the 19, and that's what I thought. And then she said it. So I think this might just be becoming the norm. So um I'm going to be reading this card that has numbers. So I'm not starting to read it, but I'm going to be. So pay attention to when it turns on the 11th minute. Let's see what I'm saying. The divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection, stability, so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. That's what I mean about how magical is that this whole week is literally about self-love, aka when it comes to Twinflames is inner union, which is what the challenge is about. Now it's 2111. And inner union. So I was saying inner union. Interesting. And yesterday I pulled distorted masculine to show everyone what distorted masculine is, and now they're getting us to read divine masculine. Amazing, amazing. Right, so the inner masculine and inner feminine need each other. When they are in a good inner relationship with us, we feel like healthy, whole human beings. So within us, right? We're able to live ourselves in the world in a relatively peaceful, creative, and enjoyable way. When there is damage to the inner masculine, there's difficulty in standing up for our truths and knowing what our truths and values are and knowing how to protect them without feeling as though we have to fight constantly just to be allowed to be ourselves. We might also feel that unless others see things as we do, we have no power, and then to fight to dominate others, manipulating them to our point of view. The inner masculine part of us often needs healing so that he can fulfill his divine purpose of inner strength, protection, and honouring of the self. Also, see how that fitted with what I said back to you, Nathan, as well. Like that, it's like, look, focus on that first and then the next things. Of the self and all of its uniqueness, so that we can live as free, strong individuals that know who they are and are happy to just love and be that person and allow others to do the same. This will happen at any time he's asked to hold even more consciousness, which is what's been asked of divine masculines, to hold permission and strength to be even more of the unique self, which is Aquarius season. The masculine and feminine within us need to be in balance with each other. There is no point in having a powerful feminine with unique values and a strong creative force without an equally strong masculine energy that is able to act upon those unique values no matter what others may think, and take action to allow the creative force of the inner feminine to flow into the physical form in the physical world. When your inner feminine is growing and desires to express her uniqueness in the world more boldly than ever before, the inner masculine needs to grow in self-belief, self-worth, and self-confidence, which is why I help divine masculines with that every day, so that he may take action to allow the blossoming feminine to truly be in the world, whilst feeling safe, secure, and safe. This oracle indicates your feminine self is blossoming and your masculine needs to be able to protect and honour her. Sometimes, just as Isis looked for Osiris to help put him back together when he was torn apart by hatred, fear, and jealousy of his brother Set, there might be something in that. There specifically might be something in that for either siblings, cousins, best friends, people close around you. Won't be for everyone, but every time I read this card, I think that. Our feminines need to help the masculine to heal so that he can turn to help her, which is why I love it that a lot of you are always singing from the same hymn sheet about supporting the masculines and not being people that are bashing the masculines, because there's a lot of channels that do that. Your masculine consciousness can be healed and grow stronger through his relationship to the inner feminine within you, by adjusting and healing our own views of masculine energy so that our feminine is no longer willing to experience masculine energy as violent, aggressive, unfeeling, controlling. A healing shift begins. The inner feminine can then choose to relate to the inner, fucking hell, divine, I told you they were long, inner masculine in a different way, to hold a different vision and different beliefs of who he is, of what he can do and what his purpose might be. And that's why I'm always stressing to keep visualizing your twin. in their highest possible self in the highest timeline, which is what we're going to do when I finish reading the next card. She might choose to experience him as a tender, protective, strong, discerning, and stabilizing energy. What this looks like in our life experience is a change in how we are within ourselves and with others, and how we move and live and experience the world. We have more of the willingness to be kind to ourselves, to honour our feelings, and not to be bullied into stepping away from our truths by others, or even by our own self-doubt and self-criticism. It is an inner commitment to love and honour the self, and inner trust in this commitment. So when the feeling arises to try something new creatively or spiritually, for example, there's trust that this will be respected and acted upon as it is. When the healing of this relationship begins to occur within us, our outer relationships also change and flow into healthier expression, which is why I say that all the time, every day when I do the cleaning. We begin to feel safe, protected, and strong enough to take risks and live bold, expressive truths, creative life with more energy and passion. Also, I just touched my third eye. That's going to mean something too. The oracle guides you to realise that your inner masculine could benefit from some restoration and healing after being ravaged by expectations. That in order to be acceptable, you should never feel anything, that you should always be dominant, and that only the most violent and aggressive alpha masculine behaviours are to be respected. This is men or women. If you are already working on this aspect of your own healing, you're encouraged by this oracle that it is working and to stay with the process. You're encouraged to empower your masculine energy, seen as tender, protective, containing, strong, and aware. You're also encouraged to continually choose to let go of behaviours that cast the masculine as a perpetrator or dominating. Use your inner feminine courage, trust, and determination to avoid castrating the masculine by considering it weak, useless, or unnecessary. For healing to happen for both masculine and feminine, we must be prepared to let go of feelings of victimization, which is what was coming through the last few weeks. Are you going to be the victim or the victor? Simple. Coming through very brutally, Capricorn, but that is what it is. At some point, you have got to be your own best friend and pick yourself up off the floor. But you're never alone. You know, there are people like me out there that are helping people and loads of other people doing this. But nobody can do it for you, is the point. And to do sometimes challenging inner work of learning to relate the masculine and feminine energy of a completely different approach. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. This is such a long fucking card. This card could be enough to set healing in motion. It takes persistence, determination, patient application for the damaged masculine within us and outside of us to be restored to glory. But with Isis to help, great healing miracles are made possible. Once the masculine begins to gain strength and become empowered to express itself in a less cliched and more authentic way, we gain the wisdom and power of honouring and boundaries. We learn to respect and be respectful without losing our power or becoming servile. I don't know if I said that right, but we learn how to serve others from a place of empowerment and peace. We learn how to cut through manipulations and posturing in the world of relationships straight to the truth of the matter. See how that's how I'm doing it all as well, because it's the Capricorn energy. A lot of people don't like that, but I love it. I love just fucking boom, get straight to it. Masculine and feminine energies can then do what they are ultimately destined to do, which is unite in love to create harmony, bliss, and the peaceful fulfillment of inner wholeness. Wow. Right, I'm going to build, right, so I'm going to read that when I get you to close your eyes, so I'll put that in the page, and we better, what's that one? Divine Names of Power, the cartouche. Oh my god, the knot of Isis is behind it as well. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Right. Divine Sunchild. Right, wait a minute. Girl with the pearl earring is a synchronicity of mine with the favourite painting. Oh, interesting. I've not seen that one. And I saw it today on my son's show on the baby channel, of all places. A little caution about paintbrushes shows that particular famous painting. Yes, good. Oh yeah, in the last month or two, I've cut the pretense and the BS blunt as fuck now. I'm only going to make you even blunter if you hang around me, haven't I? Were you not like that before? I would have thought that you were like that before. Well, watch out, world then. Right, okay, Divine Sunchild. Oh, and I've just opened it, the book. So, how long is this? Right, it's not as long. Good. Right, so, guys, basically, please somebody remind me to put the oven, like to put the thing in the oven when I say that I'm going to get us to close our eyes, right? Please. I'll probably remember myself, but I might not. And then basically, when I get us to open our eyes, I'm going to just get off this right away, or I'll never get off, because obviously I need to eat, and I just don't want to be on here all night, or you'll not see me on Friday, basically. So, blessings of the Sun Falcon, blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine sun child, Horus, son of Isis, and Osiris. So, how weird is that? Because that other card in the Akashic Tarot was about children too. There's a I'm basically, like, honestly, seriously, if people are having some sacred eggshell unions out there, I'd be careful if you're not wanting children right away, because this is what I'm getting from this message. Unless you've already got them, but it's just there's something really strong about that. Flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without constant Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright, and that is Leo's full moon. Horus, the divine son-child of Isis and Osiris, was born out of impossible circumstances through the great devotion of his mother Isis and her loving determination to heal her husband and bring him back to life to eventually become the king of Egypt, defeating dark forces that would seek to destroy him and all that he loved with great triumph. See, this is why I love past lives. You can see how that really plays out in a lot of twin flame unions in present day. It's a story of the divine hero of Egypt. Well, maybe not everyone can see, but I can see from what I help people with. It is also a metaphor for our inner world. Our divine feminine must stay true to her values of love, healing, and the triumph of creativity over destruction born of fear and hate, like that film that I've spoke about this week with the Ice Queen, who tried to run away with her true love and she was stopped by her evil sister, and they actually killed her child. So I didn't say that thing, but that is what happened. So, you know, if you, yeah, that's basically what happened. I don't like that part of the film. It's like you're like, surely that didn't just happen. And then so that's why her heart turns to ice, because, and she basically wants to save all the anyway, watch it, it's a brilliant film. She must never give up her belief in her ideals. Our divine feminine is our body, whether a man or a woman, our inner values and the ideals that make our hearts beat stronger and feel right within her belly. With such love for her inner divine masculine, she never gives up on her belief in him either, and her desire for their togetherness. That's so, I mean, I don't even know how to put that in words, but that's really funny because when I was putting my makeup on earlier, I was just sort of thinking that to myself, like, yeah, just basically what I just read there, like that. I don't give up on him because I don't give up on myself. I say it all the time, but that's just really put into words what I was thinking earlier. It leads to his healing, even if he has been lost, fragmented, and thought dead. The divine masculine is our spirit, whether man or woman, that our body desires to unite with, to help it come to life and light in a new and blissful way. The love in our hearts calls our spirit home into our bodies. We become able to stand firm, take action, and make choices that allow our inner ideals to become part of our world. Part of our... I always think that's like a divine masculine singing as well, because it's like, I want to be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing. Don't get me started because I love that. I could sing the whole lot of it. My niece loves it whenever I sing that. I usually use it to distract her when I'm brushing her hair because she doesn't like that. She doesn't like brushing her hair because her hair gets really annoying. Anyway, so but if you think about it, if you think about the words of that song, it's like somebody wants to be somebody where they're not, and they're wondering like if they can be there. um, right, so. The love in our hearts calls our spirit home into our body. I just read that a bit. We live according to our values, not just hold them inside of ourselves. Finally, as our divine feminine and masculine unite within our bodies, a new golden consciousness is born. See how this, I can't believe it. Well, I can, but it's just beautifully synchronized with what we've been doing this week. This is the sun child Horus, with the eye that is the moon and the eye that is the sun, representing the perfect balance of masculine and feminine within harmony with each other. The divine sun child is a new self filled with love, light, and power in the world. It is authentic self, living the inner truths of in the outer world, an agent of healing on this planet, inspiration for others to be bold, brave, and vivid enough to walk their own path, to eventually receive these same blessings. I'm going in to not be able to use words. So this is definitely, I'll just read this and get on with it. As the sun falcon with the burning golden solar disk above his head, he descends to you now, blessing you with great light, good tidings, and creative potency to manifest your life's legacy, that which has meaning and preciousness to your heart and soul. Successfully, he is a sign that your heart needs to know it will triumph. The solar principle for which he stands honors creativity and light in all forms, music, art, writing, and more. What is in your heart? Are you building a spiritual legacy in your life now? That's very Venus and Capricorn. That's very all the planets are in Capricorn. Even if from seemingly smaller impossible beginnings, great things are possible for you and your creative spirit. To allow these sacred blessings to empower your creative birth now, in many ways you're guided to let go of the thoughts and feelings that it's impossible or too hard or cannot be done, which is what I've been helping people do this week, clearing the energy. Honouring the need to create as part of your natural life expression is a way for you to receive these blessings. You're born to shine like the sun. I can't believe how real full moon this is. This always, this is like what happens on the paid things. It doesn't usually happen this wow. Well, sometimes it happens this wow in public, but this is really quite a strong message that must be needed by many. And it's just a shame that the channel's so small because there's only 6 people watching. But hey, we're the lucky ones that are getting the message. Wait a minute, there's something in that. Children of the sun. Children of the sun. Is that something from the Bible or something? It's reminding me of the 144, like, the 144. There's something in that 144,000. You just are, there's no question that that will happen. The Oracle of the Sun Falcon can indicate a new life-changing opportunity on its way to you. When your heart sings, say yes. Do not give up until you have your success. The sun will shine on you. You'll succeed. That's so funny because, oh God, this dance song just came on when I was getting ready as well. The sun's gonna keep on shining, everything's gonna be all right, all right. So they were talking to me about the message before I've pulled the card. Um, hmm. Horus Falcon of the Golden Sun, my creative energies have begun. To shine bright and strong, help my creative projects along, to fulfillment and completion pure, with your will and light so sure. Horus Falcon of the Golden Sun, my successes and winnings now come. And I finished on the other video with a card, blessings of abundance. So I'm telling you, there's folk out there that are going to come into riches, and you better remember who helped you get there. I'm joking. Well, I'm half joking, but no. As long as you're grateful and you do right by people, we're all good. Right. So I'll keep that in there to read that when we've got our eyes closed, which I'm going to do now. So, fuck's sake, 9:30. Jesus Christ, man, give me a night off. Right. So I'm going to go and put the pie in the oven. Thanks for all the reminders. Right. So. I was, but it's next level now. You leveled me up. That's hilarious. I love that. Good, because that is honestly, that is what I aim to help people with is badass boundaries. So, I'm supposed to get the Tate of Isis. It was gifted to me in a meditation, and Scarab was gifted by my flame in a past life. Oh, lovely. Right. Okay, so I'm just trying to work out. I might need to pee. I've been sitting here that long. I might. Right, I'm going to go and turn the oven on and have a pee. So talk amongst yourself. Yeah, Michelle, enough with the numbers now. Yeah, she read my mind. Yeah, if you could maybe just stop for now, because I'll probably crack up. Just for now. Just yeah, too much. Right. So I'm only joking. Well, I'm kind of not joking. But it's put them if you want, but I'm probably going to ignore it because it's I don't know what it is today. I think I'm channeling the divine masculines that are annoyed with it or something that's weird. Because it doesn't normally annoy me that much. Anyway, I'm putting the fucking pie in the oven and I'm coming back now. And I'm peeing because it's sensible. So get comfortable where you are. I'm going to try and make this only, well, in fact, no, it will be 30 minutes. Otherwise, my pie will burn. I'm sure there's a joke there. let's go. Feel like a good girl for listening to my body. Right, so oh look, maybe Aquarius stone. Galactic energy. Did shit kick off? There we go. So no, you can notice all you want, but we need to be stopping now anyway, because we need to be, it's more, we need to settle down, because if people are writing anything, it's going to distract me and I need to concentrate. So everybody get comfortable, and we're going to close our eyes if you're doing this, and I'll probably open my eyes at some points to see if anyone's coming in. But so I just want you to get comfortable where you are. Breathe in, telling yourself relax. And breathe out, telling yourself release. And breathe in, telling yourself relax. And breathe out, giving yourself permission to release. Just close your eyes if you haven't already. I'm just going to light the sage. And I want you to begin to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energy or entities that might be hanging about you. Very interesting. My lighter just decided to conk out. But I lit it a bit, so they didn't win. I could go and just get another lighter, but it lit it a bit, so. Yeah, imagine that cloud of mist, sagey mist, swirling above the top of your head. I'm going to say thank you, good night. Thank you, good night. Yes, I'll be saying that when I finish this, and thank you for your help. Right, so I want you to imagine that cloud of mist falling down over the top of your head, smoothing over any worries, stress, busyness, anything of your own thought forms that no longer help you. Don't say it like that, but that's how it came through. Anything of your own thought forms that are not helpful, rather. Anything of other people's that's not helpful. Anything of the world energy. Just let it all melt away as that energy falls down over the top of your head, your soul star chakra, reminding you what your unique purpose is and who you came here to be. And they're just reminding me that when I went in the bathroom there, my eyes got guided to the soap, and the message coming through from the collective of the Divine Masculines was love you, I'm yours. Because it's love heart sweet hand soap. So that was it was very clearly, yeah, it was love you and then I'm yours. So that was a message coming through. And the energy falls over the crown chakra, connecting you to the divine and clearing away any distortion that might be making you feel like you're not connected to the divine and God, because you always are. And then the energy moves down over your third eye, opening your third eye to anything that you might not have noticed before that might need to be coming into your awareness. Especially because they're just drawing my attention to the fact that when I couldn't sleep this morning, the card on the masculine side, which can still be the divine masculine's, the divine feminine's masculine side as well, was something about confusion or illusion, and it did say something about not being told the truth about something. So that could even, as well as that being gossip and lies and all the usual, that can also be the distortion from the world around, because that's why I feel that card came out, healing the divine masculine. It's not just like a divine masculine in a twin flame connection, it's the divine masculines in the world that have been distorted from a young age, as well as women that have the distorted energies of divine feminine. No, sorry. As well as, basically what I'm saying is this goes on with women and men, that we've all had programming from a young age, and this is what we're all untangling ourselves from. And that's why we need to be kind with ourselves and recognise when we need to set boundaries and when we need to be kinder to ourselves, and when we fuck up, because we all fuck up, and just being compassionate. And it all takes a lot of work, it's exhausting. And if you've been taking part in any of this week, you'll know how exhausting it is. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to do any more than what you've done. If you just made the effort to do anything, that's a good start. And they're making me pick up a stone, and I don't mean a crystal, it's an actual stone from the ground. So grounding. So interesting if you needed to know that's what can be helpful if you need grounding. So that's all coming through at the third eye there. So whatever I say when I'm at the chakras collectively is what a lot of people are needing to hear. So now the energy moves down over the throat chakra, where we ask for the strength for us to speak our truth where we need to anyone in our lives. Also the strength to listen to what's coming through from our guides and the divine, and to hear the hard truth that might be coming from those around us. So that feels like I might be channeling twin flames that are in communication with one another, knowing that there might be difficult things to talk about before the good stuff. I'd imagine that applies to everyone. So, but the cards that are coming in are very happy. The sun card, not the tarot, but the sun. That card was talking about the sun, and there's there's a lot of union cards and inner child and all that. And this is all at the throat chakra, yeah. So we're sending healing to whatever twin flames are currently in communication, about to be in communication, in reunion, in union, all of that. And if you're in the process of healing the inner divine feminine, divine masculine, which is all of us, even if you are the other things that I said, just always monitoring the balance of go, go, go and slow, slow, slow. Basically, that is your feminine and your masculine. Finding the balance within yourself. And particularly if you are the divine feminine, it's always important to remember that the masculine will follow on from however you are treating yourself. So now the energy moves down over the higher heart chakra, where we call on Saint Germain, the violet flame, to cleanse, clear and delete any previous requests that no longer serve our highest good, to make way for what will serve our highest good and the highest good of all involved across all timelines, space, dimensions, versions of self. Calling in the energy of Lady Portia and legal justice and karmic justice as well. And then the energy moves down over the heart chakra, pulling in compassion and love, unconditional love for exactly where you're at in this now moment, knowing that exactly where you're at is where you're meant to be, learning the lessons that your soul wanted to learn. If you're in karmic situations, your soul needed and wanted to learn these lessons until they were complete. And if you're completing these karmic lessons, be proud of yourself for having endured what you've endured, and now allow yourself to receive the next bit of the journey, which is to allow yourself to be happy. Because it's not a coincidence, or just reminded me I saw a synchronicity before I came on. And by the way, when it seems like I'm going off having a wee chat, this is me channeling the energy, just for new people might be wondering. And it was something about, you only receive what it is you feel worthy of receiving. So that is why it's important for us to keep healing the inner divine feminine, divine masculine within us. Because even when you do get into something, if you haven't spent the time properly healing that, as in that's why I quite strongly on this live said about the codependency, you will come up against issues. So twins can get together and spend time with each other when there is still current issues around that, but only if there's an active willingness to keep working on that and have boundaries. But if there's any kind of desperation energy there within definitely if it's within each person, it's going to be very, very difficult to maintain. So basically, it's the message people probably don't like to keep hearing. It is worth doing the work, which is what my message is all the time, but it's why that card came out 2 days in a row, yesterday and the day before. And then today was welcome and abundance. So I suppose there's a message in that in itself about when you do the work, it does pay off. You can't cut corners on this journey. So don't believe anybody that says that you can cut corners. Some people can speed it up. I'm definitely somebody that does speed up people's communication with twins, but it's because it is clearing energy. But I'm providing an energy that encourages you to empower yourself to do that. It won't get done if you don't take the action to do the work. That's what they're saying. So it's kind of like what they're saying is I can channel the healing and put it on the channel, the soul retrieval. But if you don't watch it, you know, well, actually, that's not a good example because I feel some people still do feel it telepathically. But do you know what I'm saying? It's going to have a stronger effect if you go and actually, because the point is, that's an act of caring for yourself. You've recognised where you're struggling, and then you identify something that will help you, and you go and watch it, whether it's mine or anyone else's. Or you've recognised where you need help and you go to the right person to help you. And it's not, again, it's like, it's not a coincidence of why I'm saying I don't exactly say when and what it is I'm doing for obvious reasons, but I do the same. And I am doing the same. So now the energy now goes down over the solar plexus where we pull our power back. Wherever we've knowingly or unknowingly given our power away, we now call it back. And just notice how that feels in your body, even just hearing me say that and knowing that it's something that you can do as well. If you feel like there's a lot of energy vampires kind of leeching off your energy, or if you feel like you didn't hold your own in an argument with someone or something, just say that to yourself. I now call back my power, and notice the difference it makes. And so now the energy moves past the solar plexus down to the sacral, where we call back all of our energy at the sacral chakra, where we've knowingly or unknowingly given it away. And if it's not too much of an extreme thing to imagine, but just imagine the color orange if you want, or whatever you see as clearing energy. But I'm imagining an orange fire at the sacral chakra burning away any negative energies, or I keep getting drawn to a lot of synchronicities about eggshell magic of the not good kind. So we're clearing any cords, karmic cords, or energy that may be getting siphoned from twin flames. So now the energy moves down over the root chakra, where we ask for grounding, safety, and security. Support for people's finances, where they might be worried about that. Support for the shift with the way that the money system is changing and going to change, with the support mentally and emotionally with how that might affect people. The adjustment. And so now the roots of the tree grow down, 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 all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. And we're going to ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut the cords of fear, lack, and negativity to the old earth. Keeping the lessons, letting go of the pain, because it makes you who you are. People make mistakes, but mistakes make people. Tupac, I believe. I think I said it right. It is the delicate woven tapestry of who you are. It humbles us. When we make mistakes, it humbles us. And we don't tend to make the same mistakes. That's for the really deep ones. When it's a karmic lesson that you need to learn, you will keep making the same mistake until you don't. So now I want you to connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, which we've been doing a bit of deeper work on this week. And remember, you could listen to this at a later date. You know, you could do it yourself if you were guided to, and you'll still get the energy. And anybody else that is joining, I'm just at the going through the clearing of the chakras, and we're just connecting to the new earth. So you can just ask to, you know, just say to your guides that you're joining in where we are, and you can just close your eyes and join in. and hello. And pull up. Your new cords are connected to the new earth. And I just want you to set an intention to pull up whatever it is you feel you personally need today. I'm just going to stay quiet for a few moments. I'm going to pull an Archangel Michael card while you're doing that. And the general intention is we're going to jump to our highest timeline. And I don't know until I get into it, but I feel I'm going to take us into a shamanic journey and then do it from there. But I do feel at some point, because I felt they were telling me I was going to do that, and then the cards have all backed it up, I'm going to incorporate something about visualizing you and your twin together in your highest timeline. So I'll just see when I get into it. So what does Archangel Michael want to say? Wow. Get your power back. So yeah. And look how much I was going on about the power at the solar plexus and the sacral especially. So take that on board, your sacral, to really protect your sacral and your solar plexus. And also the most magical thing is this card really looks like Louise Hay. So I'm sure when, again, look afterwards. Don't open your, it's not worth opening. I mean, you can open your eyes if you want and then close them because you'd still be in a deeper state. But it's got get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. You're a child of the divine, so take back your power, which is literally like that's probably one of the key things that I'm here. Well, it is the key thing that I'm here to help people do, is get your power back, soul retrieval. And it's 13, which is divine feminine. That's a powerful card. And it says, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Yeah, so lots of synchronicities with the chat that I had yesterday on the stream and what a lot of us have said. So that is beautiful. And I do feel guided to, before I get into the rest of it, I'm going to pull a word. So let's pull a word for the collective of divine feminines. And I've got my eyes closed. Wow, wow, I like that. I've pulled the one where it's a blank slate. It's just got a little angel on it. So you ask them what your word is, and then you'll find out what the word means when you're meant to. And that's interesting because I was just being led to the fact that whenever I said that, I don't know if it was at Christmas or at some point, must have been a few weeks ago, I must have either channeled it myself or I read it in one of the books, and I've got people to ask for a word, and I asked for a word, and it's yeah. And so again, I'm not going to tell you what my word is, but it's like in some ways I have had things that have happened, and then in other ways I feel it's yet to happen. So you might be a little bit the same. So yeah, ask them for a word and see what you get, and then just wait and see what happens, and especially over the next 3 weeks. So, but here's the Divine Masculines card. Let's see if the same thing happens. So yeah, you were to choose your own word. Don't let anybody tell you who to be, is the message there as well. Wow. And that goes for you too, masculines, male or female. But I'm saying wow because I've picked commitment for divine masculine. Again, sorry for my wido input here, but commitment is not a word that we usually associate with masculines. Divine masculines, yes, but commitment, fear of commitment, but commitment, okay, commitment and peace. So what this is saying to me is the masculines that I'm tuning into, which must be the same ones that we're saying, love you and I'm yours. They just want commitment and peace now with their divine feminines. So have faith in that divine feminine. So if we're getting any word for divine feminines, it's faith, because I just got led to that. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Very Cancer moon. Right, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to imagine a door. Now, this can be a familiar door to whenever you listen to any of my journeys or whenever you go on your own meditations like this. I want you to imagine a door, and we're going to go into the shamanic journey. And as you're imagining the door, now remember, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to see the door. You could just know that the door's there. You could sense it. Everybody's clairs act differently. Oh, I love it. So again, keep your eyes closed, but some of the soul family are joining us. And I was wondering where you were. So yes, just join in. Just, you know how this goes. Just ask to be connected to the new earth, and I'm just getting into the shamanic journey bit now, so just get yourself comfortable, and yeah, you can join in there. So, and hello. So I want you to call on your power animal. So a lot of you already know who your power animal is, but if you don't, just notice the first animal that pops into your awareness. And like I said, everybody will be operating with different clairs. You might be a bit like myself and you've got a bit of all of them, or one of them might be a bit stronger. You might start to notice that the more you're doing stuff like this with me, that some of them amplify. It just, there's no right and wrong answer. Some days must be a butterfly though, because my eyes are homing in. My eyes are homing in on a butterfly, and I'm sure that happened yesterday or in the one I done today. I think it was yesterday anyway. So just think someone must have been wondering that, either live or on the replay. So, and don't worry, if an animal hasn't come to you as you're listening to it, you're still safe, because my voice will go with you wherever we go. And my wolf and tiger are my main ones that are always watching over, as well as all the other ones I'm not going to list because there's just too many. But we're all at the door with our protectors and protecting each other. And the intention for going on this journey, because if you don't know that, that is very important. Whenever you do a shamanic journey, you should always have a clear intention. And notice I'm very strong about teaching that, because clear means clear. So it's like we need to be clear here. You have to have a clear intention and your power animal, and then you can go on the journey, because you don't ever go wandering about in the spirit world like that without knowing what you're going in for. So I think that's just a really strong thing I want to stress, which people must have needed to hear. So it's come up a bit lately actually, so yeah. So, and I'm going to do a separate one about the power animal at some point as well, but it's just worth saying now so that people know it. So, with all that being said, we've got our clear intention of what I said, that as much as I know is we're going to jump to our highest timeline, and I'm going to do a bit of creative visualization, visualizing what it'll be like with our twin flame. And the thing is, I'd imagine there'll be a wee fair bit of silence involved here, because I'll just leave you to yourselves. And it's quite funny because they're pulling me to the sexual magic card box over there. And whenever I've done this before, it's interesting. It's interesting, and I won't make it too long because I just feel far too much, and well, I don't really want to be tapping into whatever it is you and your twin flame get up to when you're alone. Thanks very much. So, and hello to anyone just arriving. That synchronicity is amazing, because I literally just spoke about somebody with a butterfly power animal, and the person has just arrived and put the butterfly emoji. So just me calling in my past life children, don't mind me. Hilarious. Right, okay, so yes, if you've just joined, just close your eyes and relax, and we're going on the journey. So, and hello. So, and that's funny that that song that went off earlier was hello. Oh no, that's Lionel. How did it go again? It was Adele, hello. Hello from the other side. Which again, Michelle reminds me that that's actually her speaking to her younger self, which I've always known. I looked it up as soon as it came out, but a lot of people don't realise that. But obviously, you know, a lot of people will associate it with a past lover coming back as well. But it's about releasing a part of a part of you that has died as well. It to me is what, you're not that same person anymore. You're just checking in with whoever they are. But you're somebody new now, so there's something in that as well. So now we're at the door, and like I said, we've got our clear intention, and right, so I want you to imagine walking through the door, closing the door behind you with your power animal. and taking the steps along the rose quartz path, taking up all that unconditional love for exactly where you're at. And just in case anybody is worried about me burning my tea, don't worry. I'm clocking that, and what I'm going to do is in the next 5 minutes of our earthly time, I'm just going to run and turn the oven off. So, because I do know there is at least one person that may be worried about me there. So, don't worry. And so, we walk along the rose quartz path of unconditional love, taking up all that love and acceptance for exactly who you are now and where you're at on your journey. And being proud of yourself for the steps that you've taken this week and that you'll continue to take to be kinder and loving yourself on this journey, which is really important. It's important for everyone, but it's definitely important when you're a twin flame. And then you reach the chakra bridge, sparkling up your chakras wherever you need that. And we don't need to walk over that for a long time. That's the magic of being in the shamanic journey. And there is already loved ones in spirit that are gathering, because I'm itching my nose like crazy here, which is my sign for them. So we're welcoming the ancestors and the loved ones in spirit that want to join us. And so now I want you to find yourself, and you can either find yourself by the old oak tree with the bench, where I like to take people on the shamanic journey, just for the people that like to just be guided to that place. But equally, you can find yourself in your own safe, sacred space, because you know what that is for you, because you more than likely visit it every night, whether you're aware of that or not. Most of you will be well aware of that, though. That'll be where you and your twin flame hang out. So, now what we're going to do is I'm going to read the bit out of the Anxious book that I was drawn to, which is the invocation to the divine masculine. And it says, man of power, man of fire, man who liberates heart's desire, man within and man without, man stronger than fear or doubt, father, warrior, leader, lover, protector, hunter, teacher, brother, man divine, man of love, man of earth, man of heaven above. Your strength, my strength, your power, my power, your love, my love, integrity, honor, compassion, protection, tenderness, stability, passionate attention, man divine, man of love, man of the earth, man of heaven above. And on the next page is actually the High Priestess card. So there's basically a lot of love and union energy coming about with this full moon in Leo tomorrow, which is about following your heart, and it is also about healing the inner child. And as you'll know, twin flames really are all about, it's one of the many things, it is about the inner child connection. And that's where I always usually mention that famous picture of the sculpture where it's the frame of the adults and the two children their hands are trying to reach each other. It's powerful. And also the fifth house, the Leo energy, is the actual energy, which twin flames are all about, actual energy. So now what I want us to do is, I'm just asking them what bit to do first. Right. I want you to imagine that we're all sitting around a campfire, okay? So we're all sitting around a sacred campfire. And I want you to imagine yourself writing on a bit of paper. Now, this might have actually been what you wrote as a block on an actual bit of paper, but whether you wrote it on a bit of paper literally, or you wrote it in your phone, or you just made a mental note, it really doesn't matter. I want you to imagine that sitting around this campfire right now, you've got a little bit of paper and a pen, and I want you to write on that bit of paper something to do with what you feel at this present time is blocking you from loving yourself the way that you deserve. which is therefore blocking the union. Knowing that we're divinely blocked. I don't know why they keep getting me to say the word blocked, but I do clear blocks. We're divinely blocked for a reason. Things happen in divine time. But yes, whatever your interpretation of that, whether it's going to connect with what is the truth or not, but really, to be honest with you, because I feel a lot of you will be connecting in with that deeper part of yourself, it's going to be the truth. So just notice what comes up, and just you could write a word or you could write a sentence or a paragraph. But I'm just going to stay quiet for a moment while you take the time to do that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the oven off. So just you write that on that bit of paper, and then I'll go and turn the oven off. And then the person that's probably worrying me about me burning my tea can stop worrying. Right, now I'm actually just going to take a moment to do that myself. Right, and now I want you to scrumple up that bit of paper, and as you're doing that, I want you to have the intention that as you're scrumpling up that bit of paper and you're about to throw it in the fire, don't throw it into the fire yet. Just take a moment to show yourself some love and compassion for all the reasons that have led to you feeling that way. And forgive yourself for any kind of judgment about if you think that you should be further on than what you are. So I'm just pulling in the wee bits that I can sort of feel people thinking. So it'll be people different things. But just do that as you're scrumpling it up. And I'm going to count to 3. And when I get to 3, throw that shit in the fire. And I've just realised they're giving me the fire because Leo is a fire sign. So imagine yourself scrumpling it up, forgiving yourself for any kind of judgment or anything, or however you would word it, and for allowing yourself to be compassionate about all the reasons that you've got for not feeling good enough or not feeling worthy, or however you would word it. And just, I'm going to count to 3, and on the count of 3, throw it in the fire. Okay, so ready to let that shit go. And this stuff works, so really believe it. 1, 2, 3. We've all thrown our block or limiting belief or painful whatever in the fire. We're releasing it. Right. And now I want you to, I'm swiping away the magical fire has just disappeared. And I want you to imagine, so although we're all doing this together, you're in your own safe, sacred space, I want you to imagine a galactic door has appeared magically. Like something in Beetlejuice or something. When they pick up the chalk and they draw a wall and it just appears. So you could even do that. But just somehow this galactic starry looking door has appeared. A bit like the sky emoji that I use quite a lot whenever I mention something to do with astrology usually, or galactic. I like to use that emoji. But just imagine a door like that, and it's glistening, it's glittering, and it's inviting you in. And you're like, do I want to go through that portal? Yeah, I think I do. And you're more willing to go through it because of releasing what you just took the time to look at. Recognising that it's probably more than likely going to be linked to whatever I asked you to focus on at the start of the week. And if it's not, that's okay. There's no right and wrong. It's definitely something, though, that the deeper part of you wanted you to look at. And that's the beauty of doing this, is because it's in your own private, safe, sacred space, and you're not even needing to tell me one-to-one. It should really get to some of the deeper stuff that's lurking in your subconscious. For good reason. It's protecting you. So, the ego is protecting you as well, rather. So, I want you now to just know that we're going to walk through that door. And when we walk through that door, this door symbolises that you are saying no more to what is holding you back in regards to self-love. So if you know that you're not putting yourself first and not loving yourself the way that you deserve, and we can always do better, even if you feel you're doing good with that, we can always do better with that. You're leaving that behind, and when you go through that door, you're agreeing to jump in, take a quantum leap into your highest timeline. But I must warn you, you don't need to go through that door. You actually don't need to agree to anything I'm saying right now, because I have been talking for 2 hours now. Obviously, some people arrived later, but that doesn't matter. You'll be pulled into the energy. If at any time you have went into a deeper state and your subconscious mind doesn't agree with anything that I'm saying or doesn't want to take it on board, you've got the power to reject it. So you don't need to go through that door. You could just hang out with your spirit loved ones and your power animals, and you're like, nah, I'm not ready. I just kind of want to stay in my comfort zone. I kind of just want to stay in this karmic loop. I want to stay with these friends that, yeah, I kind of feel like they're not really friends. I'm just going to hang out with them. Or I don't want to change. You get what I'm saying? If you want to do that, you can. Nobody's dragging you through the door. But I kind of feel like all of us that have came here, which is quite interesting, there's 11 people watching right now. We must be ready for it. And again, if you're on the replay too, you're included, and you can definitely let me know and get involved and comment afterwards. But let's just do it. Let's just say, fuck it, let's go, and let's jump to our highest timeline. But the warning that I'm giving you is a lot will change whenever I have channeled this on this challenge, whether it be in a private group or on YouTube. The very few people, because I'm aware of that. And in a way, you know, I was like, is that self-sabotage when I'm not tagging the challenge videos? Or is that just because I know that even if I did, it's only the people that are meant to do it at this time are going to do it? Who knows? Who knows? But I think it's the second one. But basically, a lot will change. So be ready for it. Because, like I've said, like you've noticed, it's when you ask more of yourself and you're willing to put behind the putting yourself down or having tighter boundaries and putting yourself first. There's going to be a bit of pushback. Your ego is going to create scenarios, or people are going to come into your experience to test whether you can stay at what you've chosen, because it's always a choice point, which is why this challenge originally, I just left it open, like if you're struggling with procrastination in any area. But because I got us to focus and home in on self-love, it's really important, because everything comes down to self-love. Everything comes down to inner union. And that goes for people that aren't twin flames as well. For anyone that's listening to this that isn't on that journey, it will still help you. So, with all that being said, that is all the stuff that I wanted to flood through. But I don't know about you, but I'm like, fuck it, let's go, let's go. So, I am going to count from 1 to 5 this time. And when I count to 5, and I think they got me to say 5 because 5 is big changes. But again, remember, it can mean whatever it means to you, but there have been a lot of synchronicities today with 5s and lots of 5s, and it does kind of remind me of Aquarius change energy. So I'm going to count to 5, and when I get to 5, I want you to imagine yourself jumping into your galactic starry door. And when you get on the other side of that, I'm going to leave it up to you what happens. I might choose to. No, they're telling me I'm going to talk us into it a little bit, and then I'm going to leave it at a certain point where you and your twin flame can just hang out and experience what you would call the highest possible timeline for you to be in, knowing that that could come to you even better and more different than whatever you imagine. But just imagine something good, something really good. Okay, so are we ready? Well, my head's on fire, my crown chakra is on fire, so they're like, yep, it's go time. It's 22:11, like 22:11 is what I'm saying. So that also mixing it all up is all very twin flamey as well. So I'm going to count now. And then when I get to 5, you're going to jump into your own personal galactic door. And that's symbolic of you saying yes to the changes that are to come. And you treating yourself the way you deserve, therefore attracting that within your twin flame connection. Knowing that that doesn't mean instantly you're in the twin flame union. It just means that you're taking that action for yourself, and that's going to have a positive effect on your twin. But for some of you, this is going to be a bridge to help some of that come about. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you sure? 5. Jump in the door. So make sure your feet land wherever you are, and you're landing in your version of your highest timeline, which only you know what that is. And I'm just going to get them to guide me a little bit. So what I want you to do is I want you to find yourself, like I said, it's in your safe, sacred space. So it's like a double secret sacred space, because I already took you to your sacred space, and now this is your double secret space. Because remember, I did pull the double mission card before we started this, which is my card in that deck. It really, people always pull it for me, so you might resonate with that. I know a lot of you will resonate with that. But this is just a secret place, which may be familiar. They're telling me this is a familiar place that you go to hang out with your twin flame. But for the purposes of people that might want me to describe what I'm feeling, is I'm seeing like a crystal room, like a rose quartz crystal room. So rose quartz, if you don't already know, is the crystal of love, unconditional love. And I want you to take a seat in the crystal room and invite your twin flame's higher self, which in truth you're both connected with that, but never mind. Invite your twin flame to come and sit on the chair opposite you. But as I'm saying this, you can just do whatever you want to do, but some people were wanting that for me to be saying it. And so now this is where I'm going to leave you. So I'm just going to leave us for probably, I don't know, a few minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, which will feel like a lot longer than that to you. But when you hear my voice again, unfortunately, I'll have to bring you away from that. But you will still be carrying with you that in your material world, you are manifesting that highest timeline, but you're going to have to take the actions to stay on it. Otherwise, you'll go back, you'll make the choices that take you backwards. So enjoy that peace and quiet for however long. And then when you hear my voice again, I'll be guiding us out of this so I can go and eat my tea. But I'm going to get you to start off saying how you feel. And then actually that is when I'll intercept and I'll say, if your twin flame hasn't already started sharing, then now's the time to let them speak, just in case anybody is needing that. So a few minutes of silence, you'll hear me say that, and then I'll bring us back. So enjoy. So I'm sure you're capable of doing that yourselves, but if you haven't already started letting your twin flame speak, we'll just have another couple of minutes of letting them say whatever they need to say. Right, so as all my eyes are being drawn to the triple twos, where I am in the world, which is love and balance and partnership, if you keep your eyes closed. I was pulling a few cards while we were doing that. I was holding the intention and sending healing for us all. I was doing it myself too, but I pulled well, the biggest one being union. I actually drew the card that says union. Myself and soul are one. So I'll show you that when we've got our eyes open, but I just wanted to say it now. Then I pulled beloved, love never ends. And presence, I exist intensely. I call myself back from all times and all places. Which is interesting that I said that. I mean, I always say that, but it's just quite interesting. So now that you and your twin flame have hopefully had a wee chat, and you chat all the time, you chat all the time. This is your energy, after all. Both of your energy as each other, provided it's your true twin flame. But we can't stay here forever. So now that you've had that wee chat, now I'm going to just leave you for another wee while to allow the creative part of your mind to spend time visualizing or sensing a moment in the future that includes you and your twin flame. And I'm saying that at 2222. And just make sure, make sure it's feeling good. Make sure it is a good situation that you're imagining. And just push out all the energies, the interference that is telling you that would never happen. How's that going to happen? That's not logical. Push that all out. This is where you get to visualize and be creative like a child, knowing that this full moon energy that we're in tomorrow, we're in it now though, is about that creativity. Allow your inner child to take the reins on this one. It's not wise to let that happen all the time, but on this one, it is. The conscious mind can take a back seat. So, knowing that we're where I am in the world anyway, we're putting that 2222 magic in. It just turned 2-3, so let's get going. Yeah, visualize just a happy moment that you want to happen between you and your twin flame, knowing that some of you will be creating it, some of you may be just getting shown an actual vision of what is going to come. Like I've said before, I often can't tell the difference, even after all this time of doing this. So enjoy that, and then when you hear my voice again, I'll lead us out of this. Right, so I know you're not going to want to come back from that, but you can always listen to it again when you go to sleep, however much you want to. So, if you could just wrap that up now, whatever you're up to. And yeah, I just want you to come away from that, keep your eyes closed, but come away from that vision and just come away with all that good feeling in your heart, knowing that you've put that energy out there and that whoever is your true twin flame will benefit from you doing that, whether you are the divine feminine or the divine masculine. But you've done it for yourself because you exist in and with each other. And I'm reading that off a card because I pulled the card that says, we exist in and with each other. So now what I want you to do is, this time you're going to step out of that. Well, first of all, you're going to come out of the crystal cave if you went in the crystal cave, or you're just going to walk away from wherever your secret space is. And you can send your twin flame away now, knowing that you can meet them whenever you want to in your safe sacred space. And that safe sacred space may turn into an actual literal manifestation for some of you. Well, it will at some point. So, but you've got to keep believing this is possible. So now you reach the doorway of the crystal cave, or like I said, wherever you went, and then now you're about to go through that galactic door again. But you might be like, oh, I don't want to go backward. No, we're not going backwards. You're just going to walk through it, but this time you're walking back to the original sacred space where I take people, which is either the tree with the bench or your own safe sacred space, but you're coming back a changed person that's treating yourself a lot better, loving yourself, being compassionate with yourself, wherever you're at on your journey. Knowing that it doesn't need to be big, massive leaps. Baby steps count, as long as you're moving forward. And so walk through that door and you're coming back in the highest timeline that you have chosen for yourself, knowing that you have to keep taking that forward momentum and the actions to keep you in that place and not fall backwards into self-sabotaging habits. And you can do it. So I'm going to count now. I'm going to count 5 down to 1. And when I get to 1, you're going to walk through the door with your highest timeline feeling, having that lovely juju of what you've just been basking in, and the door will just magically disappear. The portal will disappear. So, ready to come back now, but don't open your eyes yet because I'm going to take us down another bit to bring us back from that. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, walking through the door with the highest timeline feeling. The door magically disappears. You're back by the old oak tree with your guides that were hanging out there waiting for you to do what you were doing, and loved ones in spirit. And so this is why I feel I've taken us back here. What I want to do is, because I did feel my nose itching, I just want you to take a seat on the bench, or you can take a seat wherever you are, but just take a wee seat on the bench. And I'm just going to ask a loved one in spirit of yours to step forward, or a guide, just for a few minutes, because I don't want my tea to be completely stone cold sober. But just sit on that bench or wherever and just see who steps forward. And I just want to say, if you don't sense anyone around you, just know that they are there. And all that they wanted you to do was just actually sit in the silence for a few minutes. That's what it means when nobody comes forward. That's what you needed more. So again, it's going to stay quiet for just a couple of minutes, and then I'll be taking us out of this. And if you've fallen asleep, you can stay sleeping and then wake up when you normally would when your alarm goes off tomorrow. Or if you need to crack on and get on with other stuff, I'll guide us out that way too. So just enjoy the next couple of minutes until you hear my voice again. And so I'm going to bring us all back in a moment, but I just want to share something before I bring us back and open our eyes. My hand picked up one of the mediumship cards, and I've pulled a mother's love. So I feel this is going to specifically be for whoever knows it's going to be for them. It'll be more than one person, live and on the replay, but that is powerful because we're also in a Cancer moonism channel in this, which is the mother. So there's just a lot of mother healing going on here, whatever that specifically means to you. Even if that just means this is about mothering yourself, which is what I said before we started this, is that is a big part of my life purpose, is to help people mother themselves more, be kind to themselves. And it says, a mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So obviously that's really going to speak to somebody whose mother is in the spirit world. That's beautiful. So even if we did just add that bit on just to give that message, it's worth it. So I think it's time we come out here now. So that's a lot of work. So be proud of yourself. And like I said, though, then the rest of it is over to you. You're going to have to act from that place of being in your highest potential, your highest timeline. If you start acting the same old, you'll topple back to wherever. It's all about, as galactic and out there as it can sound, it really just is about different choice points and the decisions that we make that lead us to different places. So just keep treating yourself right. So I want you to see yourself walking away from that bench, releasing your guides that stay in the spirit world, knowing that you're always protected. You come and join them whenever you want, whether you want to do it on your own or through one of my journeys. And walk over the chakra bridge, sparkling up your chakras wherever you need it, which shouldn't be a lot because we've just done all of that. And then walking along the rose quartz path of unconditional love, taking up all that energy, walking out of this journey, knowing that you're walking into your highest timeline in your physical world, remembering everything I said, but feeling excited, happy, optimistic, and just curious about whatever you were visualizing, whether it was a vision or part of you creating it. And I guess time will tell. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes, and when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. I will just add in, if you happen to have fallen asleep to this and you want to stay asleep, we ask that you just have a peaceful, deep sleep where any answers that you were looking for come to you, and you wake up in the morning when you wanted to wake up, or if you're having a nap, you wake up from your nap when you wanted to wake up. Okay, but you still might wake up. But I'm asking for that, so we'll see. So, ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Opening the door, coming out the door, closing the door behind you, releasing your power animals. 1, opening your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. And I'm just being guided to read these 2 cards, and then I'm going to go. So I'm not going to be chatting back and forward. So I'll talk to you when I come on Friday. You can still say things like that. I hope you like that. Right, beloved. And this is what I meant by it. I'm glad I turned the oven off because it was longer, but anyway, that's fine. So, beloved, love never ends. A beloved, in my experience, is not a love that can be contrived, meaning we can't force anyone to become beloved to us. It's a love that's gifted. It's a love that comes from within. Mary and Christ, in deep belief, are beloveds. A beloved relationship moves along a different timeline and outside of time altogether. Wow. There are relationships that move along a line trajectory. We meet, we work to get to know each other, to build trust, we grow the love and friendship over time. A beloved, though, is remembered. The relationship doesn't feel linear. It's as if this person is someone we've always known. It's as if some part of us that could never be pointed to or even named precisely is now whole. Simply from the presence of this person restored to our lives, we feel seen, we feel known. And it's not a love that's earned, it's just there, as if we were born with the capacity to recognise it, as if we're here on this earth in order to meet this beloved incarnate. We can only recognise the beloved from within us. We know when this other person has entered our lives because the massive shift that happens internally. And though we cannot force or manipulate meeting this beloved, we can right now in this moment cultivate what it feels like to be fully loved. There's some serious magic happening this week, guys, and I told you I wasn't fully in on it, but wow. Death cannot separate beloveds. The form of the relationship radically shifts, becomes subtle rather than incarnate, but continues to grow and increase after death. Beloveds cannot be separated from each other because they're not separate from each other in life either. A beloved can never leave us because the beloved exists primarily within. We can give ourselves now in this moment the love we hope to one day live into, the love that brings forth more of the truth of who we really are, of who we already are, but what I said too. A beloved is also who we can be to ourselves. When we love ourselves unconditionally, we create new potential, new life, and exponential hope. Love only ever increases from within us. Love is what never ends. And it says, how can I love myself unconditionally in this moment? Wow. And I'm just trying to find, and while we were doing the meditation to bring in the union, I literally pulled union, and just in case anyone had their eyes open, or you can see on the replay, if you could stay awake, but you could, if you just sort of, yeah, you'll be able to, it's not impossible. Union. Myself and my soul are one. I think we better read that too. But yeah, and again, remember, time is an illusion, so this isn't going to happen right away. But for some people, it really could be quite soon. But you just never know. You just got to let it go. Right. So, union. Oh, that's interesting. I just went past judgment, and I did talk about that. True love, union. That's what they just said. Right. So. Beautiful, wonderful, Cancer, tears of joy. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a good time for me to do it because that's the very feelsy part of my chart. I'm not lost in space, but yeah. Well, good. I hope you're not lost. I brought you back. That was beautiful, and I curled up with my mum at the end of June. Yeah, I really felt your mum there. There'll be other mums coming in too, but I just noticed that was really beautiful. Well, somehow the video started over and I didn't realise it for several minutes. Ah, yeah, that's when you've went beat. That was very helpful. Thank you. You're very welcome. Right. So I'm going to read this one. Oh, did I need to read it all? I think I read this before. I read this one before. Christ lived in a state of union. He was I kind of say that, which is aromatic for the unified one. He had unified his egoic self, his full humanity, with his divinity, his eternal soul. He had become fully human and fully divine. Anthropos, the child of true humanity. And remember, this synchronicity always happens when I do it like this. They usually save it for the paid content, to be honest, but like, again, this is how needed it was. It still happens on here too, but this is kind of next level. That is what this has been about. It's self-love, but it's inner union. And this is why I keep stressing, you have to get this right in yourself. You don't have to be perfect though, but you have to, yeah. Get this. Mary in the state of union stood up in the midst of panic to be presence of love when love was most needed. And this is what Mary reminds us that we can do as well. We can practice living in a state of union by returning again and again to the soul that sits like a treasure here on our very human hearts. We can practice becoming the presence of love when love is most needed. How can I stand up like Mary to be the presence of love in this moment? And what that really means to me as well is, although the card doesn't say that, there is a huge emphasis on forgiveness. And that is what Twinflames are about, because I forgot that I was sitting there, communicate clearly. Like being a divine feminine, regardless of your gender, is about having that unconditional love and forgiveness. Because I could feel I could feel the conversation that was going on between me and mine, and I could feel the conversations that were going on. There's divine masculine. Yeah, and it was all about forgiveness. So it's beautiful. Right, okay, so let's just, what do we need to know before I end this? And then have a lovely, lovely full moon in Leo tomorrow. Follow your hearts, because that's what Leo's about. Look after your inner child, because when we do this, it is deep, deep healing. And especially if you've watched any of my other journeys recently, that's a soul retrieval too. So if you've done quite a few, or if you're like Nathan and you've watched the same one twice, if you've had a personal session too, all of this, you're integrating the energy. So you can be extra sensitive. So just protect your energy. And I will do the same. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. So if anybody gets in touch with me tomorrow, I will just know that I'll probably more than likely get back to you on Friday, and then I'll be here on the live on Friday where we can just celebrate our growth. And all you need to do tomorrow for tomorrow's prompt is just, it's very important actually, take another action, but the action that you take is from your highest timeline. So don't be surprised if it's like something you didn't expect or something like that, because that's like Aquarius energy too. It doesn't need to be that radical or anything, but it's just keep taking the steps in line with looking after yourself, put yourself first. I feel it might be setting boundaries with like people around you that you wouldn't normally, or something for someone. Yeah, look, transformation, battle of the head and heart, and that can be seen as feminine and masculine. So where you would usually follow your analytical, logical, conscious mind and do what makes sense. And I feel being self-sacrificing for a lot of people, because I'm being pulled towards sacrifice, and I have been throughout the whole meditation. It's about following your heart, because that's what Leo's about. And yeah, look, past life healing, that's what it's all about. That's why we're all really connecting with our past lives in a big, big way. Personal freedom unleashed, rebirth. I don't know why they're telling me to put one of these, but if the wolf comes out, let's see. They're telling me to pull an animal card. So the wolf is in here, but whatever animal comes out. Oh, 444, angels all around. That is one that I like. So, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you could catch the whole live. So, um, what do we need to know? Are you going to wow us, or is it just going to be a random animal? Doesn't need to be the wolf. We can all tap into the wolf medicine on this wolf moon. Dog spirit. Oh, that is another one at my heart, though. How interesting. And actually, if you think about it, right, I don't think this is reaching. Dogs, wolves, I mean, they're quite similar, but this is about loyalty. Be loyal to what you love. That should be yourself. Right, let's see. Buffalo spirit, again, that's about abundance. The abundant universe will provide. And when I get off here, I'm going to publish the video that I done, and it was all about abundance. Right, 19. 19's the sun card. Happy times. Where are you? Crow spirit. Crow spirit. I just been drawn the crow and the bee. Oh, that's funny. Coyote. Don't be tricked by the tricks. Right, okay, I can't get drawn to everything, guys. Right, so your spirit. Right, I know that he's connected with everyone on here. Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. There's the word commitment again. You're loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. And then look at that coming out after. See what I mean? The energy's changed. I love it. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifested in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog spirit also says, be true to that which you love, for now is a good time of good fortune. Oh, wow. Be steady as you recognise that people and things are already transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and dog spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment, this is the word I pulled out for divine masculines, to experience and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. And I wanted to cry when I read that bit. You deserve all of it. Looking at the camera, you deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. That's beautiful, guys. So we're ending it on the random dog card, but it isn't really random at all. I am a major dog person. Dog is a very loyal, unconditional energy in my heart. Surely I don't need to give an example of how loyal and unconditionally loving I am to quite a few people, but I think we know where that's going. So, right, I'm going to go now. So, oh right, you're chatting about your twin flame there. Been aware of her for years internally without having awareness of what a twin flame is. Only very recently figured out who it is. Yeah, and it's quite funny, isn't it? Like that a lot of time that happens when people find me as well, because that's why the union card came out. But so just hang around and let the magic take place. Yeah, Brianna arrived right when I said about the butterfly. So, oh, the solar storm. So you're very welcome. A family member I work with is getting a puppy this weekend. Oh my God, oh, puppies. My best friend just got a puppy. It's beautiful. It's really, they're a lot of energy though. It was like a lot of energy. I was like, I love puppies. I was like, for now, you've got your work cut out there. Do you know what I mean? It's a commitment, children and babies and puppies, and children are babies, aren't they? But anyway, I'm definitely going now. So, yes, sleep well, everyone. Drink lots of water, get lots of rest, integrate the energy. Take the time tomorrow to integrate the energy because they're guiding me to do that. So I feel we're all being guided to do that. I'll keep you in my prayers, and yeah, and it'll be exciting. We'll come back on Friday and just really have a bit of a party. And you can do, because from Friday, from tomorrow, from Friday onward, you've just got to keep taking aligned action and loving yourself. So anyway, yes, good thing I'm leveling up again. Yeah, leveling up seems to be the words of the day. So brilliant. Right. See you later, guys. And yes, if you want to book a personal session, the details are, well, they're not below right now, but what the hell's going on with my hair here? Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they? They're in the community tab, they're on other videos, and yeah. Shine bright. Oh, there you go, Ben. I don't know if you noticed that. My shine bright